Uh, hmm. Boy. Wait. I was gonna say, have it open there, but why is it separated here? That doesn't make any sense. So actually, I feel like I probably should have started a little bit later. Because last time, well, this is a stream though, right? This isn't a premiere. So we might be okay. Maybe. Oh, I'm like, why is it like this? I know why. What's going on, Robbie? So they're doing a showcase for Armor Core 6. Ooh. Am I actually following Aver? No. It's Aver Media Espanol. What? Can I actually get this then? Or is this only for South American audience? It says worldwide. Okay, someone immediately saw that account and I was like, yep. Good question though. So until the 23rd, there's a giveaway for an Aver Media webcam. If you guys want to try to enter that. Because I just did. Fuck it. Because I could use that for my regular webcam. And or try to use it for the VTube Studio instead of my ancient webcam that I'm using right now. That would be neat. There, let me give her this. Back that up. I want to redo that cover later. But for now, it's more so just so that it's up. So like I was saying before, we got 12 minutes or so until the actual stream starts. I'm really hoping that they don't get weird and put a whole other countdown afterwards, because if so, we got like half an hour or so until that's gonna be ready. And I will fucking cry. But we'll see what happens. Either way, this is probably one of the earlier start times we've had in a little bit, which is stupid because I was supposed to have early start times regardless because of work, and then I had to start doing deliveries after work, so that didn't happen. Also, I was going to make up for the fact that I didn't stream yesterday by doing Advanced Wars and COTC today, but then fucking the announcement for the stream just happened while I was at work for the showcase, and I was like, well, I guess we're not doing either of those things. Because if this is like a full-fledged stream, then this is probably gonna take at least an hour plus, right? And then we gotta just move on to GBO2 because it'll be like 8 or 9 by the time this is done. Also, brace yourselves because apparently an ad's coming in a little bit. Was that... Wait a minute. Was that in the song? Or was that something else that I didn't close? No, yeah, it's... I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but that's actually in the track, that laugh. That's fucking weird. I'm sorry. Excuse you. Plushy Angela with the fucking role reversal on Dusty Socks. Revenge sub! I called it. Hi, Dusty. What are you stinkies doing in here? Out here trying to gander at robots and shit. So there was a live stream earlier on today, and it was during JV Prime Time, and they did a bunch of stuff. Oh, there, here it goes. Never one to be outdone. Dusty literally just went in there with the fucking Fire Emblem counter like an opening. Bad. Did I fucking post to Twitter? I don't know if I did. I posted the giveaway that they were doing on AverMedia, but no, I am. Hold on. I am a fool. Hold on a moment. I'm waiting for Armor Core 6's category to slowly but surely start ticking up because of the stream. Unless people are like gonna be in just chatting or whatever, which I guess that makes sense too, but still. You can probably do either. It should be okay. Chicken of herself, I'll return the favor. So I will say in a sigh of relief, we did finally get our first paycheck from the new job. So we're floating on some money now. We didn't actually have enough for the payout this month from Twitch, but probably by next month we'll be good on that too. So that'll be a little extra to throw at something, because I think later on in the fall, Like a Dragon Gaiden's gonna be dropping. And we just got a big old I think it was a stream or an overview for that too. So that'll be fun. Apparently there's not crossover necessarily, but there's like some weird in-between lore that happens in Lost Judgment. Even though those are supposed to be different like universes within Yakuza. Let's go on loop. Yeah, AC6 is doing a showcase stream, so we're trying to do it live. Which means we'll be doing dailies afterwards, and then I'm probably gonna force myself to go out and try to do some extra deliveries through DoorDash, because they're doing an extra $20 for 5 deliveries, and I did one yesterday, so I need to do 4 more. The plan when I originally took this other job is that I was supposed to immediately start stream after I got home, and that never happened, except for maybe like twice. And the couple of times that I did, because everyone's so used to me being up super late, like nobody showed up, so I'd have to essentially build my day crowd up from the ground up again if I actually like committed to that. And I don't know how easy that's gonna be. So we'll see. Alright, we got about 6 minutes to go until it starts. I'm really hoping, like I was saying before, that they're not gonna debate us and give us a second countdown, because that's what they did with that premiere last time. Even though that premiere only lasted like 11 fucking minutes or something silly like that. Super goofy. Oh, thank you for Pat Pats. Oh shit, actually that reminds me, once I do something else, I need to redo the Goose Redeem, because it got redeemed the other day. Also, I don't know if anyone actually yeeted anything at me, but let me get rid of these redeems as well. Oh, I said... There we go. Those are all gone. God, this is a game that I haven't played in a while. Which honestly, if I knew I could consistently, like, emulate this, I should test it. Because there are some kind of cool crossover moments between, like, Saga Frontier and some of the Romancing Saga games in there. It's probably the most coverage that my namesake Gustav has ever gotten. Ever. Because they made him the blacksmith NPC and he does a bunch of other crossover stuff in some of the scenarios. In fact, he actually has a voice and he gets to say his own name, so we actually know that it's pronounced that way and not Gustave or something weird. Let's see. Yep. That should be right. Okay, 4 minutes. I gotta keep peeking over every once in a while I'm trying to do other shit here. Just so that we know for sure. Also, for anyone who follows on YouTube, if you've been seeing those weird, almost seemingly AI-generated comments, I ended up blocking that person. Just because it was kind of weirding me out. Although, it seems like they actually are a real-ass person. Because they found and liked my comment talking about it on Twitter earlier today. But also, if that is generated, and if they are trying to run an AI over my videos, I still don't really appreciate that, so fuck off. Don't do that. That's weird. Let's go on CL. Let me see something. Which one should I use, actually? That might not be too bad. I think the webcam picture in this one's a little bit schmoly. Can't actually maximize this yet until it actually starts. I'm overboosted. The channel, the comments are slowly but surely starting to go burr. There's 8K plus people waiting for this, by the way. I think my big dumb head's actually blocking it, so. Ready to destroy analogs again? Oh lord. It's gone Slaters. Armor your cores. We're so close, but so far we got like a minute to go. So we do know that there's PvP, because they actually showed off some matches this morning. And then we're assuming that it's 1v1 up to 3v3, because it'd be weird if they cut out 2v2. Unless that's like a really personal middle finger against like Extreme versus players or something. That'd be really weird. Yeah. We're partially free into the weekend. There's no co-op, much said. Which is a little bit weird. Especially since it's per mission, so it seems like it'd be a little bit more doable. little less of a hassle than like Soulsborne stuff. Eh. That being said, Armor Core matches or missions are typically fast. And they're typically proportioned so that you can just handle it. You know, you get extra partners for flavor. It's hard to say whether or not they're really even going to do that much for you. Just full bulk as high as it can go. Big thick. Okay, so we're waiting on them now. Trying to keep my... There it goes. Wait a minute. They did it again! Okay, well you know what that means. Hold on. I got an idea. They just baited us twice, boys! Why is it like this? Juke's on you, Bamco. Aloha. Lamau. Bloodborne confirmed. Oh my god. Actually, hold on a second. Is there actually music? Yeah, it's just really quiet. Do I have this down? No. And I was sitting properly. Yeah, they're doing it on both Twitch and YouTube, so. Which makes me a little bit curious if they're actually multi-streaming this. Then this is probably on like Twitch bitrate, which means it's probably gonna look pretty crunchy. Which is a little unfortunate. Apparently they added some new features for YouTube for like different encoders or output settings, but I don't think that actually affects... Yeah, like the codec for this is still AVC, which is the shittier of the two that I can do. VP1 they typically don't get to streams. I don't know if you can even still directly request that or not. I don't think so, which kind of sucks. But similarly, I also don't have Twitch Turbo, so like... They've actually gone pretty hard in making sure that you can't ad block any of that stuff, which makes me really sad. I tried to throw up so much shit after I canceled my thing for that, which honestly I'm probably gonna get back. Since I peek in other streams to make sure that I can actually raid and shit. Not that that always helps. I genuinely kind of wonder... Hold on. If I can do this. If I'll have enough time. I'm gonna keep this on the side. And keep an eye on it. I'm gonna tell that to shut off, and I'm gonna move this over. Hold on. See, this is why I want a second screen on my primary computer. So I really don't feel like staring at the screen for 12 minutes. I'll stare at another screen and peek at this within 12 minutes and see where we're at. Unless they do some pre-show shit partway through this countdown, which I kinda doubt they're gonna do. This is totally on brand. This is exactly... This is the same game. 100%. But yeah, let me know if I miss it, because we got like 11 minutes. I don't think it's going to be particularly safe to be in a match unless we get one really fast. Which we could.
Welcome back, pilot. Let's rack up some wins today. Well, hello. I've left you a present in the reward center when you're ready.
Like, we'd have to almost immediately get one, so we'll probably just do PvE to dig around while we wait. Also, unfortunately, we did not get the new banner suit. But it really does seem like just like a 600 Mudrock, which is kind of funny. I did not get the new Boba. Makes me sad. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay though. It is what it is.
I handle pilot sorties for the whole camp.
PC clan is non-existent. Oh shit! I reflexively went over here. No, 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 no! Back up! Back up! Let me out! Stop! Cease! Like how every other comment in the YouTube stream right now is just like, my core is armored. Armor your core. Do it. Like, what the fuck?
Are you ready?
The game thought it was funny. My free 10 spin gives me 600 motor.
Move out.
You boy thinking they're clever.
Prepped and ready for battle.
Well, isn't that cute? You raggedy bitch.
Commencing operation.
Stop causing trouble. Get beat up. Oh. I like how it's not even like all the way beat up, just partially, and she's like, oh hell no. I'ma save him. How accurate. Also, those shadows finally kicked in. Took a second. Also, the sound that it makes is really weird. Something about that supposedly being her song or something.
You've taken some light damage.
Oh my god. Get these freaking Rick Doms out of my face. I need to get even more bits. It's Jesus. Bleh. Ladies and gentlemen, the most powerful headbutt in the game.
Get out there and try again. Allied unit destroyed.
Bam. I'm noticing a pattern. I probably should have taken something that actually had like a decent arsenal and not this fucking thing. This suit is only impressive against other high news. Not mobile armors, apparently.
One more push and the attack target should go down. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. That's it. Attack target.
There we go. I thought that was the music.
Well done, everyone. You earned this victory.
I was like, yeah, I shaved some off the first part, but there's no way I actually broke the record. We still got 6 minutes.
Get ready to move out.
Also, easily some of the worst AI units to pick. I don't know why they thought 2 gun cannons were a good idea.
Are you ready?
Forever a mystery.
Roger that.
The annoying thing is that it's technically thematic for both too.
Prepped and ready for battle.
Because I think most of the Ifrits, like the team that they fought, had mostly only gun cannons.
Enemy unit down. Well done.
That's not what I remember to do.
Enemy unit down. Well done.
Sometimes it's just not bringing out my melee. What the?
Enemy unit down.
That's rude. Move!
Enemy unit down. Well done.
Ah. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that that was not one of my guys.
Enemy unit down. Well done.
It was probably just this shitter. Oh, this shitter that fucking countered me. Cringe.
Enemy unit down. Well done.
Ah, the priority.
Allied unit destroyed. Enemy unit down. Well done.
Whoa. 3 minutes. Oh, shit. And neutral miss? Ah. Pain.
Allied unit destroyed.
I'm also making way too many assumptions as to where they're gonna be. Like I'm a fucking new type or some shit.
Enemy unit down. Well done.
Bleh.
Your unit's been destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Oh my god, they killed one.
Get out there and try again. Enemy unit down.
There we go.
Well done. Well done, everyone. You earned this victory.
Hmm. Let's see, two minutes and some change here.
Returning to base camp.
Combine with
Yeah, I don't know. It always feels like there's.
I handle
I don't know if it's an input thing.
camp, making preparations for sortie.
See how fast I can actually
Ready to begin?
cycle these. Like, that seemed okay. Maybe it's just from other things. Or maybe something about boosting cancels? Yeah, because... Well, no. That's just because I did the same weapon. But, like, that happened. Obviously, that swing difference is kind of rough.
So you'll need to be comfortable with the controls. Wow, you're good!
I don't know. kind of weird. I guess if you just want like a... If you're used to most of the Hazel custom kit but just want something with a little bit more reach, that's fine. But it also does an instant knockdown on that, unlike the Ozla, which makes less sense now. You probably should get that retroactively.
To the other categories.
But the, wait a second. Huh, okay. So the regular saber actually readies up slower than the big one. That's weird. They should probably make those the same.
Type mobile suits feature a well-rounded, durable design that makes them
Shut up.
ideal for establishing.
Back up, we need to switch it over. Kill this.
Rubicon, wake the dog up.
There we go.
Handler Walter.
It is time.
Activating cerebral coral control.
I'm assuming this intro is probably going to be mostly what we've seen already. I'm going to check something. No, because, again...
Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
That bitch is 11 a month, too. Ugh. Still gonna do it because I still want that storage space too. Does it look better though? Because this would have it at source. Oh yeah. Hold on a second.
Call sign Raven. Priority subject for termination. High on the list.
A crow is
Okay.
from the generator. Watch out.
A little bit better at least.
Another's call sign.
But man, my capture card is going to be suffering trying to play this game. It is not going to be happy about all these particle effects and shit.
Let's see how far they can fly. On borrowed wings.
Ew, how dramatic. Maybe. Ooh, fancy.
Welcome to the Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon
Yeah,
Showcase.
that's vampy.
Today we'll be sharing an in-depth look at the features of Armored Core
So they got
6,
Bamco reps
live
here.
gameplay from some very special guests, and our first ever live showcase of the game's exhilarating PvP mode. In the studio, we have Ouroboros, Fightin' Cowboy, and the staff of Armored Core Legacy. We'll be joined remotely by Vati, and off-stream we have Zentrea, who will be streaming during today's program.
Interesting.
Before we dive in, let's take a look at our schedule for today to see what's in store.
Well, at least Zen actually gets to be involved in a mecha game that doesn't fucking break, hopefully.
Next, we'll undergo some training
Compared
with
to
some
GBO2
experienced
on
Armored Core
PC.
pilots. And last up, we'll enter the combat zone with our first look at PvP before hearing everyone's final impressions. We hope you'll stay with us and enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm. God, that's Friday. That's next week Friday. Shit, I got work. That sucks.
Hello and welcome, Vati. We all know you are a FromSoft expert. How do you think Armored Core 6 appeals to From.
I think that's my first time seeing VaatiVidya, like his actual face.
Thank you for having me. I hope the event goes well. I saw you have some PvP coming up, so I'm really excited for that. But in terms of how it appeals to old fans, I guess there hasn't really been a new Armored Core game for 10 years now. So I think old fans are in for big changes to the combat, and obviously the graphical fidelity of the game is much better. From Software have obviously learned a lot in the last 10 years. But I think old fans in particular will be drawn to the assembly aspects more than anything else, because even in this game, you can still fundamentally change your mech on such a core level, and they'll probably recognize a lot of the specs involved as well. And I think they'll sort of have a leg up on the competition in that regard. But I hope new fans give it a chance,
he's got in the
even though it can be
background?
a little bit
Is that like an outline for this?
It's obviously very different from something like Elden Ring, but it still feels like a From Software game, you know? You know it's going to be challenging, but you know it's...
Yo, he's got like a Fires of Rubicon hoodie. I wonder if they gave those out during that
gives you
live
the tools
event.
you need to succeed. So yeah, I think a lot of people will be...
It's probably
keen
just
to
a
try this
swag
game
box or
just on the
something.
reputation of From Software alone. And I hope they do.
I love that answer. I mean, I'm really excited about it. All of that sounds very exciting for me. From both the new and returning fans of the series, the announcement trailer was certainly a surprise at the Game Awards. So let's take another look.
The tech requirements seemed pretty forgiving, unless you really want to go hard with like ray tracing or whatever. But that's a different story. We should be okay on here. We'll see. One thing that people seem to confirm already is that they are using like an engine similar to like Sekiro and some of their more modern stuff, which people seem pretty relieved about, so. The fire. Once again, as always with the fire thieving, as they've done in some of their other games. Although it looks like this is mostly just old trailer stuff. The pile bunker's still hot, though.
Wow, From Software always does such an amazing job establishing the tone of each world they create. What do you think about this trailer? Did you notice anything that viewers didn't catch?
Well, I doubt I noticed anything that, you know, the internet at large didn't really notice. But a lot of stuff in that trailer definitely is more recognizable now, for sure. You can see a lot of bosses from the early parts of the game. I think there's the Juggernaut, Voltaeus, and also the big helicopter boss from Mission 1. But the most interesting thing, I think, in that trailer is the AC that's fighting during it. Oh, no, that's a different trailer, actually, I think. No, this is the trailer. There's an AC that's fighting in that trailer, and I think its name is Nightfall, and I think it might also be the main character of that trailer, and the main character on the box art as well. And I don't want to spoil it too much, but I'm pretty sure you can see that character in Mission 1 as well. So people should probably look out for that. And yes, it's cool to look back and notice all these little things.
That sounds really exciting because all of that insight, I'm sure people are going to go back and rewatch the trailer because of what you said right now, Vati. I love that. Just about a month ago, we revealed the story trailer and we noticed you commented, FromSoft is really going to make us cry about robots, aren't they? I like that.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone missed it, let's take another look.
Wait, is this literally the other? Yeah, it is. This is just the one that we get afterwards.
You know, I'm not exactly craving company here.
Hounds now entering combat zone. Initiating phase
2. So, what happened to 617 and the others? Fill me in, Handler Walter. Well, at least you're helping me clear my inventory.
Vital signs lost. Recalculating approach vector.
This one is functional, but don't expect much more.
I'm not here to talk. Wake it up.
That's still really slick. Yep, all these pilots are just a means to an end.
Updating target parameters. Phase 3, pattern E.
So I guess it'd probably just be fair to call this a recap. And we'll probably get into some other stuff after. Hopefully. In fact, I wonder if it's gonna be new PvP footage or if it's gonna be from this morning.
Mission complete.
We'll see if it ends up being subbed or not.
621. I'll give you a reason to resist. Let's get to work.
Vati, you are very knowledgeable about this series. What are some final thoughts you have on Armored Core 6?
So I think I'm just really glad that Armored Core 6 encouraged me to play all of the older games, because it made me realize I'm just so
noticed something.
I'm so into this process of sort of fine-tuning your mech to be perfectly suited for the missions, and I love the bleak world, and there's just this really distinct vibe that Armored Core has that I really hope new fans can come in and discover, because I think a lot of the old fans have been talking about this stuff for a while. So it'll be exciting to see people sort of break into a new genre almost. So I hope Armored Core 6 does well, because even just because I want the genre to do well now, like I'd love to see more mech games that let you customize your mech on a deeper level. And From Software seem like they're sort of the kings of this genre, from what I've seen. So I think Armored Core 6 could really give a boost to that whole scene.
I feel like the whole time you were talking, Bati, I totally agree, especially with your enthusiasm. It sucked in a lot of my community. So we're big fans of your videos and keep doing what we do, because thank you so much, Bati, for joining us and sharing your insights about the world of Armored Core.
Wait.
Sure, thank you so much.
Is that his only part of the segment? I guess so. I feel a little bit bad now. Damn. Recruit onboarding.
For our pilot onboarding, I am joined by the experienced Armored Core pilots, Ouroboros and Fighting Cowboy. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I was the guy.
Man, it's an honor for me to be with you guys.
There was a legend that was born earlier today in the JP panel for the game.
FromSoft has done it again. Armored Core fans are going to feel right.
Oh, what was he called? Fireworks Son.
Yeah, I think
they picked someone out of the audience to play a part of the demo. For anyone that didn't see his gameplay, it was actually kind of funny.
It's very visceral and heavy still, which is a big thing that kind of sets Armored Core apart.
He went full heavy arms, got like 2 Gatling guns for his weapons.
Fast, but I don't know, it feels
just bull charged the fucking ship, emptied both of their mag drums, and then just started punching the shit out of the bridge in one.
Today we'll be doing more than just sharing impressions.
People have already been doing fan art and stuff of his build and stuff from that demo.
While Fighting Cowboy gets set up, Ouroboros, what would you say are some key strategies that viewers should keep an eye out while playing, Armored Core?
Okay, so the main thing is the mech customization.
Right.
Changing out your parts, your AC, your build, and the biggest thing is the legs. The legs change your
I feel like somebody
when you switch your legs,
has mentioned Ouroboros before. I don't know who Fighting Cowboy is though.
There's a couple different types of legs. Bipedal are like the standard mech legs that let you move super quick.
The two I'm most familiar with is Vampy
cool.
and
you can jump in the air super high.
Vati.
Quads, or tetrapods they call them in this game, allow you to hover now in the air.
Ooh.
And you can actually rain down like fire upon your foes.
That.
It's awesome. It's so good. And then there's tanks, which of course are just beefy monstrosities. You can't even touch them. They're super tanky, super powerful. Cowboy's a big fan of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see, Fighting Cowboy. So let's head over and check him out.
Oh, well, what's happening, y'all? My name is Fighting Cowboy. Welcome to Armored Core 6, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the first missions of Chapter 2, Infiltrate Grid 086.
Is that the game?
So we're going to go over the assembly.
Or is that his mic?
Briefly, we are working with a pretty well-balanced AC here.
Ooh.
Curtis, this is a linear rifle, so it can be charged to do some...
People are going to start picking. So apparently there's already a side wiki that's not part of the fandom wiki that has been picking apart all these videos and demos and stuff and has been putting up stats for like parts and stuff already. So that's already crazy to think about.
It's going to be capable of multi-lock, and it's a forward-facing missile.
But yeah, I mean, they're just showing raw numbers, right? So you might as well.
The pile bunker, I know a weapon a lot of people have been...
And I guess the fandom version doesn't really have a lot of people moderating or being able to edit, and some of the people that are have already announced that they're probably going to be doing other things in the meantime, so they won't be available.
We are running quad
I wish I could find that post again, because they did share a link to the other wiki that they suggested looking at if you wanted to see parts and whatnot.
The charge shot on the linear rifle, we don't have kickback.
I'll see if I can find it later.
That's very nice. And then we have a FCS that is set up for a little bit of missile as well as medium range. And of course we can dive in and we can see that this is basically 130 to 260. So I have a good meter range on enemies. We're going to also be working with assault armor, so you'll see that. But otherwise, let's jump in and sort you.
Oh, that's funny.
Skipping the dialogue here. Don't want to spoil the intros and whatnot. There's actually a pretty rich story here, but that's definitely something I want to let y'all discover.
So it was the Fexter Life was making it. And someone already suggested it, and then the first tweet that I saw talking about it was shitting on Fexter Life for making a shitty wiki for other games. Like, damn, that's mean. There's probably some history behind that, but I wouldn't really know personally. This guy's got a lot of stuff on this, and those are some baby quads. Is that a shotty on his right arm, too? No, I think it's just a regular rifle. Still that, a missile pod. It almost sounds like the audio capture for the game is being brought in through the studio mic, or like through the mic and the game. It sounds distant. It's a little bit weird.
So you got a couple more enemies on the radar if you look at the bottom of the screen there. Looks like they may be down below, so we're gonna scan.
Oh, it's one of those, what do they call that kind of radar? My brain wants to say radial, but I don't think that's actually a thing.
A couple enemies left, but they're down to where they're not gonna be a problem. You can take them out real fast. We use the charged linear rifle shots. You can kind of see the multi-missiles going in. Definitely something that I've been a big fan of this. The missile locks are incredibly satisfying. So right back here, you can see I have a little thing popping up that says ricochet. We basically have a effective range on a lot of our weapons. So if that ricochet text is showing up, that means you need to be closer to the target to really get the damage that you want to get in.
2 repair kits remain.
Lollipops. So I don't know if they're gonna let you expand how many repairs you can have. I'm assuming it's probably just gonna be a straight 3 most of the time. Uh-oh.
Chainsaw there. You're gonna try and get off a full hit with the pile bunker, just so y'all can see exactly what it does.
Honestly, hold on. It's kind of sloppy. Where am I?
It's so hard. I love that thing.
Hostile AC destroyed.
Oh, you can see some more of the UI. Tourist.
Really
wow, even in this game, you have mecha people calling you a tourist.
There's a whole bridge we could take here. There's some stuff back there. But we're gonna end up doing, there's some MTs we can get first. So let's head on up there, see if we can't get up on them from behind. I'm actually gonna try and, so you can see they're unaware right now. Let's see if I can get all the way up and get a pile
oh.
while they're unaware.
Okay, so that is shoulder mounts for the bunker, and you switch it. That's interesting. I figured that'd be something they would just have on the arm. That is a lot of particle effects. Jesus Christ. I'm assuming those bigger bursts are part of the expansion slot? That's what it seems like, at least. Also, man, it's ricocheting from that. Is that a... No, it's coming from the Gatling.
Missing that one end.
So I think it's arms and shoulders.
It's kind of tucked away.
I don't know if there's anything for like back or legs. I don't think there is. Typically it's just arms and shoulders. Now the pile bunker does make me wonder though, right? Because that's a mounted slot for the shoulder where it switches out between the two. But more often than not, typical like sabers or arm blades are legitimately just on there. So I wonder if that's just something unique to that.
So definitely
just because of how big it is.
We've gone through a lot of enemies so far. AP is pretty low. We're gonna still cruise along and take out whatever we can.
That's my guess, at least. We'll have to see when it comes out, or unless somebody sees something else in a demo.
Nope, not what I wanted to do.
There we go. Also, I don't think it's unique to any particular body or leg set, but you do have the ability to full open your weapons in this one, which is really cool. So you can fire, like you saw there, you can fire all of them pretty much at the same time. Oh shit, something was still up back there. the little Rolo Polo. What the fuck? Get out of here. Yeah, the fact that they blatantly made Droideka here are really funny. Like, they're still cool. It's also kind of interesting that they have like transport pods that they like bop out of instead of it just being all their body. Cinder Carla. Interesting. That is one thing. They were saying that fighting Cowboy tends to use tank tracks, but he's using quads here, so.
Alright, gate is open, let's head on.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of tank gameplay yet. It's mostly been like
we gotta be extra careful. Last thing we
like reverse joints or quads
or something. Going up, we're gonna scan the environment. You can see the scout will take him out fast.
It's better visually.
I can see another one hiding right here under.
What's going on, right?
Good old FromSoft trick.
Ah, this is looking pretty. Also, no. Oh, he's getting his ass beat. Oh, he's gonna die. Don't die, dude.
With his little dagger.
You better. Oh, he's out of repairs. Oh shit.
Survival run at 365.
Oh baby. He's not looking too good, and he's probably got a lot of this level to go still. Oh, rifle shot into. Oh, that was enough. Those the caterpillar legs. Well, the nicer thing is that even with them being that thin, that hover mode's still really cool. And I wonder if that gives you the same kind of support that tank treads do. One of the bigger things for tank treads is that any weapons that you would normally have to take a commit stance for to fire them, you don't have to for those, because it's literally just a stability platform. So maybe when you're in a hover mode, it kind of applies the same. That'd be kind of neat. None of these weapons really seem like they would be able to showcase that if that's the case, though. This is a pretty mobile setup. Oh, there's so many of them. Oh my god. Also, I guess the other thing that I wonder, and probably not, but it'd be kind of nice, especially if you burn through them pretty early. If there's any checkpoint areas or supply drops that actually give you extra repairs.
The gat is officially out of ammo.
I'm gonna assume no, though.
Show off some punching.
Oh, he's punching. We got fireworks on in the house here. He's beating that ass. I'm assuming the
yeah, right. So no other enemies over here.
The pile bunker would still let him jam with that, even if his Gatling's out. I also like that handheld weapons, they actually throw like you see in Gundam. They just huck them. Like, fuck this. This one's out. You can pick it up. I don't need it. Oh. Still has his rifle left. He also only has a sliver to go, and he got plugged.
An ambush.
Now where does that put him?
Die in Armored Core, you're able to restart the whole mission or restart from a checkpoint. We're going to go ahead and restart from a recent checkpoint, and this is of course going to give us back all of our ammunition. We'll be a full AP. We'll get.
Oh, and it gives you repairs too. Wow.
It's definitely a game where if you fall, you're supposed to get back up.
It's also interesting that there's like checkpoints here too, but I'm assuming that's going to hurt you in the long run for your repair costs at the end. You got to see those negative numbers, or it's not an Armored Core game, right?
So this is a fun little encounter. We can see a couple of
quick
slappy up top. We're gonna go ahead and
ooh.
The odds.
Red means bad for everybody, but also the enemy. Nice. Okay, that's kind of slick. Being able to descend on them like that. Also, the charge shot on the rifle. Ooh, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Also, most of these, and I'm assuming it's like medium to large MTs or units, have that stagger gauge going on. Some of the smaller ones are probably too little for that to really matter. You're just doing damage to those.
You can see they were guarding a little chest.
What's this?
So we got a 2C 3000 record, so that's just going to be an AC part.
Interesting.
Really fun things
so you have pickups.
Similar to some older entries in the franchise.
Yeah,
where we find chests in certain levels that will give us parts we can collect. Just
so
things that you can't buy in the shop, which is really cool.
I played PS2 era mostly, and some PS1 stuff. PS3 era was kind of lost to me, unfortunately.
As far you can go ahead and supply.
So I do kind of wonder how common that was in the older games too.
Ready to go into the boss completely fresh.
Ah, look at that.
I'm actually going to wrap things up and pass it on to my good friend.
That answers my other question. So you do get resupplies. That's cool.
Oh man, Fighting Cowboy demonstrated his amazing maneuverability in his AC. I was smiling the whole time. I kind of wanted him to keep going. And I love that he demonstrated like how much you can use that 360 view. Oh, he's here. Welcome back, Fighting Cowboy. I saw
man,
smiling
he's
the whole
back.
time. I smiled when you smiled, actually.
It's fun. It's hard to not smile while you're playing this.
I can't wait to play because that was fun to watch. What tips do you have for players who might not be used to this 360-degree movement?
So I think a big thing with Armored Core is your leg types move very differently. Your reverse joints give you a lot of vertical mobility. Your tetrapods, as you saw, was able to hover in place. The tank might not have mobility, but it's a lot beefier. So I think a big thing with this game is just trying out different parts and finding what works. And one of the things that's really nice is, as opposed to like, respecing in other games, you just buy the parts. So, in that example where I died, if I had gone to assembly, I could have traded out for tank treads and made my character a lot stronger with more defense and then jumped right back in. So it's really about kind of mixing and matching.
That is too much fun.
There's going to be like several gun tank builds being kicked around.
There's the possibilities endless.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot.
The color schemes are already brewing.
Like
the gun tank will live on.
AC, do you have like in your arsenal?
Just notice her shoes.
Personally, I have like 14 already.
14?
On the level of what are those? Or just like, ooh, fancy.
Yeah, we're making the fun ones.
I smell gotcha. No.
There's full decal colors, different,
just from the shop itself.
You want to make
unlike gotcha, I think is what he was trying to allude to.
You want to make the edgiest, darkest AC go ahead, the pinkest, brightest AC go ahead. That's the beauty of this game.
The other thing is that I don't think they really mentioned any DLC or like day one stuff to buy like that.
Their model kits from Armored Core,
but they do have pre-order exclusives from what I saw. So
I pretty much have a question for you.
It'll be interesting to see if you can acquire those later or not.
I really want to ask you, what is your favorite?
More like they tried to raise her height. Oh yeah.
I really.
Oh no, she's tiny.
Talk about the legs. What's your favorite?
Lately I've been
those shoes are typically on brand for her.
Hard, so it's got to be tennis.
I love that.
It's got to be the tank.
Thank you so much, Fighting Cowboy. That was awesome. Well, hopefully our viewers can try out some of those tips at launch. All right, next up, take a look over at Ouroboros as he picks up at the start of a boss fight with the Smart Cleaner.
Oh, we got reverse joints here.
Where Cowboy left us off, right before the Smart Cleaner.
Check out the highlights on there. Looking like an Xbox over here.
Amazing job. I was on the edge of my seat watching him with 300 AP left.
I wonder if Cinder's a designation or a code name.
Show you guys what you can expect from.
Oh shit.
So I've
very Soulsian bosses, which is really funny because like
your default
a lot of the PS3 era bosses, they kind of wanted them to be like this, and the performance in a lot of ways,
that I can swap to.
like watching people play through those, you can tell that it kind of held them back.
But we'll soon discover
it's a little bit more realized now.
To him is a terrible strategy.
Oh god.
As he does
the headbutt of doom.
Close range damage. You do not want to be close to him ever.
Oh my god. As he continually closes in. Also, this seems like a pretty close range.
But we're almost dead here.
Oh, he flats. Get his ass.
Got that stagger. We'll go in for the melee hit.
Beat the fuck out of him. Boop, boop, boop.
Try our best here.
Yeah, the pop in a second.
And he got us. But we're gonna change the build to adapt to the situation. So I've discovered that there's another lock-on point on top of him there, and I'm thinking that might be another weak spot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into assembly. After you die, you can go to assembly.
Oh, is he gonna go quads?
Change your mech entirely. So we're gonna switch to the quadrupeds.
Because he wants to hover.
And change our build just a little bit here, and try.
It's a really light torso
which
too.
is important in Armored Core. Of course, the developers
Yo,
said
what are those?
Any mech you like, you can play the entire game.
Those fucking cannons.
And changing a build on the fly is a huge aspect of this game. We're also going to equip terminal armor, which just in case we
emergency variant of pulse armor.
So we'll equip that in the expansion slot. So now we've completely changed our mech. We've equipped 2 songbirds, which are grenade cannons, which, as you can see, does a lot of damage.
Nice,
here. It's going to be pretty good, I think, for the boss. So let's go back.
And I think because he can go in hover mode, or because he has quads, he doesn't have to commit stance like those bipedal ones do.
With the unique aspect I was talking about
He
earlier
can just
with the
let him loose once he's up in the air.
So as you can see, right over his attack, right to his weak spot.
Yeah. Right in the old
be careful because right
lava volcano stack
the
here.
eruption coming out. That means you gotta be quick and you gotta be ready to dodge. But we already stunned him, so I'm gonna drop down.
I feel like quads are just gonna be a consistent way to go. But yeah, when he's on the ground and when he's not hovering, obviously it locks in to do those
for the smart
cannons.
cleaner is stay away. You need to stay away from him. His cleaves, his sweeps are nasty. We'll see about that, Carla. He's getting absolutely annihilated here with our brand new build. The stagger that we're pulling off on his weak spots is really good.
Get some height.
But as you can see, that was close. You got to be careful, and actually we got to back up and conserve our energy because they're quite low at the bottom there.
Wait.
Wow.
Not happy.
All right. He's getting angry. Trying to back up, reposition, and hover in the air, and then we're gonna try to float over to his weak spot.
Boost mode.
There we go. Oh,
definitely sips.
Goodness, look at that damage.
Some boost there.
This is it.
But that hard jump forward that he did killed his gauge.
And this goes to show, like, you know, different ACs can handle different situations.
Ooh, shit.
A lot better than other builds will.
That's a lot of bread.
So the best advice I can give any Armored Core 6 players diving in is to try to adapt if you're having trouble. Also, we are having
doesn't
trouble.
take
He
much.
is really angry. He does not want to kill him.
Really? Well, it's a lighter build,
We're
I
gonna
guess.
float up and try to finish
I
it.
doubt this
There
is
we go.
even
We get the
considered like a
stun.
medium.
We're getting that direct
Maybe
hit
just because of the
damage.
quads.
Oh!
No.
Finisher.
You got a full open on him.
There we go.
There you go.
Perfect kick finish. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay.
Oh, he's like clipped into it.
We'll see you soon for some PvP action for World First.
Oh my gosh, Ouroboros really got me on edge with that one, especially with
Also,
the chip
spoiler
damage and
for-
everything. I was just, that was amazing.
Technically isn't world first, but it is world first for the Western stream, I guess.
I was just really impressed. I was taking notes actually during his whole fight, and I love that he actually changed up his build. And he's here right now. I love that. And you explained everything so well.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, we know that this is a philosophy of observe and learn. That's a common DNA of From Software games.
Yeah.
Is this true in Armored Core as well?
Oh, very much so.
Oh yeah,
You know,
probably.
traditional FromSoft title.
Like either some aces, maybe some
as you can
callbacks
see,
to older
like, you have
games.
the,
I wouldn't be
telegraphed
surprised.
attacks, and you have to.
yes.
I forget if
remember to dodge it. And
Vati or
very
anyone's
quickly learn to
covered
Stay away from him because he does those big.
whether or not they've
sweeps,
fought
you know,
other
that's
ACs as bosses
super
yet.
cool.
But I wouldn't be
But yeah,
surprised.
From Software are known for the difficulty, fair but punishing. That's the main thing.
And to me, I feel like that's super fun because you can just come in with different, ACs and then figure out what works best for you.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
your tactics, right? And I love that you told all of us like what you were doing each time. So that's reassuring to hear. I noticed that the parts that you chose in assembly seem to play a specific role in the way you fight. Can you elaborate that? What should players keep in mind when customizing their Armored Core?
Okay, so the big thing about customizing like your Armored Core, again, is the legs that make a huge difference. As you can see, I switched to the quadrupeds there, and I had a much easier time with the boss. I see. You know, and that goes for all the customization in the game too. You have to balance the equip load with your energy output, and you've really got to balance this perfectly to make your mech like.
To
as
the
good as
T
it
of
can
what
be.
you want it to be.
Super efficient.
And
that's
I feel
what I'm
like,
all about.
yeah, and I see that because, you switched out and you knew exactly what to do and you went in and you conquered.
Yeah.
And I feel like I should ask this because we're trying to learn here. And I'm sure people at home want to learn. What is your favorite build so far?
Ooh.
Yeah, like that.
That's a tough question.
Yeah, I know. But your favorite build.
I have a lot. Okay, so my favorite build personally is dual linear rifles.
Okay.
And I like to stay away from them. and then switch to the blade when they're staggered.
Oh,
I pull
man.
out the blade on the back. The garage has like a offhand thing. It's really cool.
And I know that I was asking this, to Cowboy. So what was your favorite legs? I keep on talking about the legs because that's very important.
It's very important.
Because
it's all about the
too,
leggies.
right?
Exactly.
So you have to keep in mind.
I wonder if that's going to be common though.
So what was your
for
favorite
the
legs in the
blades being shoulder mounted like
I
that,
like the
or
classic
back
bipedal.
mounted?
I always have,
Okay.
Back in Armored Core 4, I was obsessed with bipedals, just the normal ones, but they're still really cool, For those players who like to move fast, there's no better option. And I like to be super quick, super nimble, super lightweight. That's my main play style.
I mean, you were pretty efficient.
Yeah.
Well, you were pretty efficient. That was pretty fast.
So what? It's going to be this guy versus Cowboy,
when
I guess.
people are trying to figure out like what units or how to make it look, I think that a special thing in Armored Core 6 is that everyone can share their ACs.
Oh my gosh, that's the coolest feature ever.
Yeah.
So if I make an AC and let's say anyone wanted to copy the AC for that boss,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
quadruped that destroyed that boss, I could upload the code, I could give it to my friends, share it with anybody, and
that's
they
neat.
can just buy the parts instantly if they have that part unlocked. It just works.
I love
So just
that.
full on build
Because the thing is,
schematics.
like, I mean,
That's
back
nice.
then you would just take a screenshot or something,
Yeah,
and then you
and like,
upload
oh,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Now it's like showcasing your build is like the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. And I also like that you can add the decals and then colorization and everything too.
Don't get me started on the customization.
No, I want to.
That's my
I feel like day one is mostly going to be people in the art category playing this
so
game.
good. You can, it's classic. You can pick any color, but you can
Right.
pick like any color on any color. Like the parts, each individual part has like I think 6 different colors
Please
to choose
do
from.
geek out on this because
Yeah.
I
my
totally
gosh.
love that.
You can change the
Oh, yeah,
material.
she's a big Gunpla builder, so.
You can have you can add patterns and stuff.
I wonder if you're going to unlock other textures and stuff for customs, or do you just get it all out of the gate?
I am so
on
excited.
the customization. It's awesome.
I have this idea because, Armored Core obviously has model kits. I'm thinking I can make a model kit that's exactly like the one I have in game.
That would be so
You know what I
cool.
mean? I mean, you could do that too.
I could do that.
You could do
If
that.
they really wanted to nickel and dime people, they could just make
after
separate
this, right?
part packs.
Oh, I already have
to fuck with
5
people
ready
like
to
that
go
if
for
they
the
really
PvP
wanted.
segment. I'm super excited to
Oh,
show
the
off to you guys.
PvP is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's ever really seen it yet. I mean, this is the worldwide
this is
debut.
it.
I'm assuming these builds have all the parts
excited.
unlocked already, so yeah, it would be kind of neat to
Words
see the
for your
shop.
competition right now?
Ooh.
Yeah, do you have any words?
It's a little unfair since Cowboy's not in the room with me.
It's
but,
not unfair. I mean,
good
it's
luck.
okay.
Good luck, Cowboy. That's what I have to say. Good luck.
okay. Well, I mean, is there anything else that you can tell the people at home that's watching right now about Armored Core? Like what you love most about this game, but in particular.
A lot of people are worried that this game is going to be too Souls-like, right?
I
That's
see.
that's a word
Right.
that goes around a lot. And I can say that this is the Armored Core we know and love. This is Armored Core to a T. After playing it, it's just perfect. It's exactly what we wanted for 10 years of waiting.
Right on the
nailed
left of
Couldn't have
him,
been any
there's
better.
like a
I mean,
seam.
just hearing
Is that like a
that
fucking
from
part of the
you
screen?
and
Green
everyone
screen or
here
something?
has blown me away.
Probably.
Because the last one I've played personally was 3, and then
Oh, gosh, yeah.
that was a long time ago, and I really am excited because they do take some
same.
elements,
I played a little bit of 4, but
put it
not on
into
my
this
own
game.
console.
Yes.
which I think is so awesome.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, now that we have PvP and you can play with your friends, you already have a group of friends that you're gonna bring onto your.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're
Okay.
getting the old clan back from 5 together again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you want to give a shout out to any of them?
Oh gosh. Yeah. Joker King and Luke. Those are my 2 like
Oh, man.
go-tos. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And Lightning Count, of course. Gosh,
that's
we'll go
awesome.
on all day, but yeah.
I'm really excited to join in with my community. I know that the community.
Actually, I wonder if
large. I mean,
if the old clan that
small
Spiker
niche
and
before, but
Ghostly
then
were
it's
in
just gonna get
is
really
gonna come
big.
back.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're excited about that too.
Oh my gosh.
Because they used to play
This is
together
Armored Core's
on
moment,
a clan back in the
for
day
years.
as well.
And it's sort of been a little niche, but
Yeah.
I think now that
I think so.
Microsoft has gotten so
There'll probably
huge
be
after
at least a little bit of a tournament
it's
scene
finally
for
gonna
this
see
game.
the light of day. I mean, this production value and everything here is just
As long as the
incredible.
PvP is pretty confident, and you know holds up well enough, I think it'll happen.
We're so excited to be here. This is crazy.
No, it's gonna be a little bit awkward, right? Because
we are here.
GBO2 on PC,
you know, I'm just
fumbled when it came to trying to start an esports thing because of how fucked up it was. Evolution is gonna be closing up shop.
I do think
in November.
Collector's edition statue.
So you're talking about a couple months in after this is gonna be established. So I think a lot of people are gonna be jumping ship for those and moving on to AC.
Ask you,
but if they go too hard too fast, and if we find out that the netcode or whatever they're doing for the hosting is going to be kind of ass in AC, then that might become problematic. But we'll just have to see.
My gameplay segment is that change your mech, adapt to the situation. You know, if something isn't taking a lot of damage from like a kinetic weapon, which are like the normal guns, try using a laser weapon. Maybe it's weak to laser energy damage. Just adapt to the situation.
Right.
Go into assembly, change out your parts, your legs, your weapons.
I mean, if push comes to shove, you can just do an all punches mode.
Try stuff, and you'll be surprised how effective stuff can be.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I feel like our segment is just us geeking out, and I love that.
Yeah, I know, it's been fun.
But you know, thank you so much. That was awesome gameplay, and good luck with the PvP later.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for the insights.
Are we doing the PvP
all that
now?
Information in mind. Let's take a quick break before we come back to our awesome PvP segment.
Oh no! How long though? How many minutos? 4 minutes. Is this just the old trailer? Yeah, it is.
Wake the dog up.
I guess I'll chill for a little bit then.
Handler Walter verified. Activating.
So kind of neat to see a little bit more. Nothing that we haven't particularly seen, especially in some of those early looks from other people like Vatsy Video and stuff. But kind of cool to see it all together as opposed to just like an 11-minute like overview trailer. Speaking of which, I haven't looked at it all the way, but there was an overview for Yakuza or Like a Dragon Gaiden and stuff earlier today too, which was highlighting some stuff, which is kind of cool. I don't know if we're gonna do that on stream. I'll probably just do my dailies after this, but definitely excited for that too.
Augmented human C4621.
Since this is coming out this month, we'll probably be done way ahead of that. But I do kind of wonder how many people are going to stick with this post-game and like how long the actual story campaign itself is going to be. Because if it does actually accrue a decent clan scene, they might not really have to do any other DLC or other crazy stuff after this initially drops for a long-ass time. It depends, right? It'd be nice if they did. But I don't know if there's really any plans for that. They better do good. Also that fucking... So, two other things, I guess. Weapon arms aren't a thing in this game, and people were speculating or questioning whether or not that electric whip was a thing in the game. I think someone said that it would be, or that it would be cool if it was. Because, you know, people will just do fucking goof builds with that. And it would indeed be Nozaku.
High on the list.
A call response from the generator. Watch out.
Let's see what categories that I'm like right now. Yeah. Okay, so Zen's also doing the viewing.
Let's see how
I wonder if they're gonna...
on borrowed wings.
Oh, that's funny. So the actual category for this only has like a few of us. It's not a lot. But some familiar people in here. That's good. Necro's up. Hustler 1's doing stuff. Crazy Comrade. to be honest, there's probably a bunch of people who are also in the just talking category too. Yeah, so this is the live event that they did a while back. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con had one too. I want to say this one and the other IRL event they had were different. But yeah, the set pieces and stuff that they had for that IRL event are really cool. We even bought a new controller. Nice. I'm assuming that I can just use my PS5 one for this. God, this poor PS5 controller is gonna go through the ringer like it hasn't already. Because you're talking about AC6, still playing most of GBO2 on this. And then Yakuza is gonna be coming out later on in, I think, what, November for Gaiden? Not to mention, before then, I want to try to get Lost Judgment done. That'll probably be our next big thing. After we get through AC. I'm gonna be the nail in the coffin. Don't say that! No! Because he's still got a whole other Yakuza game to go afterwards. Oh no. But it is a traditional Yakuza game, so you know it's gonna murder the fuck out of it at the very least. So if you see another controller, or me sharing the Throne link for a controller later on in the fall, you know why.
Welcome back,
because he murdered
Before
the other
we get
one.
into the frenzy of PvP,
Oh.
I would like to introduce you to Zealous from Armored Core Legacy, who will be our commentator today.
Fantastic to be here. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yes,
So this is the Legacy guy.
So happy to see you.
I was like, who's this?
Oh my gosh.
But that's here.
It is nice to see you.
What's that on his
Really nice
neck?
to see you. Behind
What
the
is that?
scenes, we have From Chang.
It looks like an old Nokia phone.
PvP together. Zealous, can you tell us a little bit more about Armored Core Legacy?
Yeah, I'd love to speak to that here.
Yeah.
So the project came about a little over
I like that
10 years
shirt,
ago.
though.
This was during the Armored Core 5 Verdict Day era. During that time, and From Cheng came to a few members of the Midwest community, myself, Tierson, who can't be with us today, as other team member.
Right.
And also my friend Cleric, who's here today. He's going to be in for PvP, of course.
Actually, I wonder, where is the studio for
that,
this?
and that Cheng proposed to us was come up with a fan
Because-
site to help support the Armored Core
What is
community
it?
from
great.
the
Over the
grassroots
weekend,
and very
Cali's
basic
gonna
kind of
get
build up
rocked
out of the
really
foundation.
bad.
So as far as what we do, it's Armored
By
Core related. We love to post it. It's
Hurricane
been
as well.
fun to have that torch burning during this period, during this 10 years, something
Hopefully.
that we've had. And
Any other content creators that are around there and just
but speaking
people
of the
in that
legacy
area
of
are going to
Armored
be
Core, there's a lot
alright.
involved in that. It's not just the games. It's not just the classics, because Armored
This
Core
is if he says anything bad about the game. Oh no. You just start hearing it beep the second he starts talking about like reviews and stuff. Like, careful.
A lot of you out there may not know it, but Armored Core had a very, very, very bright, vibrant tournament scene, PvP scene. In fact,
A lot of
driving across
clans.
state lines, that was not a uncommon thing we did. I remember lugging
That's crazy.
lugging the big CRTVs around, like the PS2s and the memory
That
cards and all
history
that.
is so rich.
The whole deal. It's kind of like the start of the fighting game.
I want them to do a revival
really did.
of those
It did inspire
those
me
build
during
battles
all
that they did for the old
especially with
magazines.
Community.
Exactly. We had
Where people share their builds and just have them like put up against each other.
California scene, which had the biggest, baddest tournament outside of Japan, Masters of California.
Wow.
We had an East Coast scene and also the Southern scene too. So there's so many events encapsulated.
Real talk, if I can talk my friend
that tournament history
into doing a spot for Armored Core 6 at his locals,
as far
I
as
wouldn't mind being
forums
involved in
Armored
that.
Core Universe, Raven Republic.
Even though
there's
I'd probably be
many
ass at
forms
this game.
ecosystem that really made up AAC. So our goal was to really try to speak to those things, try to just support from the
Like
background.
I ain't playing no Street Fighter 6,
That's
but I'll
amazing.
probably play the
Armored Core
fuck out of this
Legacy,
for a
I
while.
hope you guys last forever, and I hope that you grow.
Tayo, no jealousy.
Especially now with
Beefy
this game
boy.
coming out. We're so
and
glad to have the
Grammatron.
veterans
Oh, so this
of
is a
the community here
3v3.
with us. That's important for this showcase. And with that, let's explain the
Loader
format of what
4,
we'll be seeing today.
Cowboy Hunter, and Green
Armored
Terror.
Core 6, you can select from 1
And John Rubicon.
And a 3v3 is a test of endurance with teams earning points over a set time.
Today
Where
we
are
will
the
be
score
watching a
things for this?
3v3 with Ouroboros and Fighting Cowboy as team captains.
So yeah, Max's team 3 is teams of 3.
Armored Core Legacy players supporting.
There are 1v1s.
Armored
It's
Core
interesting that they
Legacy
skipped
players
2v2s.
will be joining
I'm hoping that it's up to 3v3.
Team Fighting Cowboy.
But who knows? There might not be duos. I don't know.
Fighting Cowboy and Ouroboros specifically, we got this kind of bloodbath.
So that's interesting. Fighting Cowboy's PvP build
Hold on.
is actually a tank build, but his PvE build was quads.
These guys are ready to go.
Actually, you know what?
There's two tank builds fighting right now, too.
That they were posting pictures.
Take the supports.
They're trolling back and forth.
Oh, two's got quads. He's way out there.
Bring back memories of the tournament scene. We do this same thing. You start beforehand, you start during, it goes after. So I can't.
This PvP section.
The reverse leggies.
This is what we're all waiting
Take
for.
the generals.
I was scouring the internet, and obviously we're doing this today, and I know that.
John Rubicon went down.
This is the debut.
Exactly.
And I've been, I even watched the Japan one, and I was like,
okay, he's back.
we're gonna see some good stuff today.
From Chang, hanging on a thread here.
There's nothing pre-recorded here. Everything with PvP
Everything
today is gonna be live right here. Absolutely.
Ouroboros barely getting touched or even noticed here.
You're friends with them.
Even though he's picking the shit out of this tank build.
Chang and
there he goes.
Hey, as far as where things go, we'll see where it takes us. It's hard to pick favorites here, you know?
Oh man, I mean,
oh shit, there goes one of the expansions.
What is the most important thing when you're thinking about doing?
Ooh, with the open. So they all have stun gauges, by the way. So he got opened up real hard and just got
If they're
slapped.
just starting out and they're playing with their friends.
Yeah, if you're playing with your friends and you're getting
Stuck in that gauge.
I'd encourage you, don't.
Oh, it's starting to build up. It's getting concentrated fire.
I don't have like the meta build.
Oh, but he got rocks trying to commit.
Whatever.
And got knocked down.
Get in, enjoy your designs. Maybe you ran something.
So that's how the respawn looks.
Like using. Get in and use that. If it doesn't work for you, look, what's the worst outcome? You can come in, you can change your design around, you can recustomize, and actually go back in and check it out. So
Oh, so he's got those heavy grenade cannons
it's just get
as well.
Just engaging, just doing.
Guys will take advantage of the tank platform. All the heavy weapons on there.
Really key. Really key.
Nice.
Oh man. Look at this.
Actually, it seems like you can do those individually as well.
In the action, in the heat of things, fighting Cowboy, running this tank, he's been an absolute bruiser. Setting up here,
Yeah. For as much as he's been chased by Ouroboros, it didn't really matter because look at that health pool. Oh shit! No, he got meleeed though.
Going down, taking the first down. Now I got to make it a really important note here. Something's happened.
Another purge.
In the previous 4 games. There is a respawn system and there's a point system you see up there that's happening at the top of the screen. Past AC games.
Okay.
If you were out, you were out. That was it. But not here.
Oh, so it was like Counter-Strike or World of Tanks style in the back in the day.
Actually zooming in, going to be looking at.
So this is more like basic match from GBO2 now.
After putting out the assault armor.
I wonder if he can put point limits,
but he's
or if it's just for the entire time. So yeah, we're seeing what's essentially like simple battle.
You think you're playing?
Where it's point based, you keep respawning. I don't think you can pick where you drop, but like these arenas are pretty straightforward, so that's not really a big deal.
Armored Core 2 and beyond, you're gonna remember where we were standing with that.
And all the parts that are moving right now, they're controlling every single piece of that.
Exactly. Now there is it's important to note, they're not using every single part.
Bodo definitely has
kind of a can list of parts we can use today.
Oh, a can list. Okay, so there's limitations.
Everyone is
interesting.
Max use as far as the builds. We got lightweights, heavyweights, and everyone's come out with some.
It's gotta have a hell of a generator on that bitch. Oh no, never mind. He just went red. Oh, he's getting fucked up for it too. Oh no.
You definitely want to build.
Yeah, he's fast, but he's pretty skinny.
Oh man, look at him smiling.
And
look at
Fighting Cowboys loving this. See, I told you, blood in the water. It's blood in the water.
Oh, there we go.
They love each other. I'm sure they love each other, right? They love each other.
There's a lot of
this girl trying to ship AC players. Got
to speak to the gameplay loop that happens here. Again, setting up those stuns, you can't. Sometimes you're not always in a position to take advantage of.
One immediately jumped on him. The second one of those connected to.
Make sure
but he's paying for it pretty good.
Get that boost kick in the blade, whatever you can.
But still, even with all that abuse, he actually held on pretty hard.
Like fighting Cowboy here,
this
taking the blade to
chaos.
behind. Madness. Even if even if you got the awareness and wherewithal to really stay in this.
Alpha pulling away pretty strong here. I don't think Beta's gonna catch up.
Super focused right now.
He's
like.
Yeah, no, they have less than 10 seconds. That's pretty much done, so.
Oro taking another down. We have the Alpha team up 17-20, but Beta at 18-24 here. There it is.
Man.
There it is. And fighting Cowboy with the
wow, that was intense.
Vicious smile.
That was a crazy match. Like, that's our first PvP match. That's insane.
Man.
Oh, well, I mean, Like, what do you have to say about that? Like, what did you notice about their gameplay and also their, you know, ACs?
Right.
Like, what do you have done differently?
Obviously, definitely. I always say, you know, hindsight's 2020, right? Or like,
Yes.
you know, backseat piloting, as it were.
Right.
But seriously, you know, obviously, there's a real melee when it comes to PvP. That the chaos of the scene, dealing with things in the moment.
Right.
One thing I did see a lot of is there's a lot of team play. There's a lot of focused
Yes.
targeting. You notice when there was a stagger that happened on someone specific in the opposite team,
And they came
everybody
in.
else would swarm around,
You're right.
really focus, zone in on them, and try to take full advantage of that. That's the key. As far as doing things different, it's difficult to discern that because
It's really shitty. It's because most of this is just GBO2 brain stuff.
you play Armored Core 5
Except-
and Vertigo, you'd be familiar with this. You're trying to coordinate
With more maneuverability.
the guy to rush out too fast or get caught out. Maybe you're
No,
too far ahead.
2v2 is gonna suck for my buddies.
might
We
be
got
hanging
2v2.
too
I'm
far
gonna have
back
to
and
write a
not
lot of
getting
angry
the
letters.
support they need. Hey,
I
everything
think
can
that
fall apart
all
like
these
that.
tips are going to be very critical.
I don't know if they're gonna
for people
specify
playing
though.
in. This might be the first time
Right.
that they're playing Armored
I don't know if
Core.
maybe they answered it during the
is there
JP
anything that
panel
you
or
can
not.
possibly give to our
But
viewers
most
at home
most
for
news
some tips,
indicators
like
have just
as
been
a
talking
new
about
player?
1v1 and
The
3v3.
biggest
So
thing as a new player, get a control scheme that's comfortable to you. You'll notice when you guys come in, if you're setting up with gamepad, there's type A, B, and
gotta
C.
fix your buttons.
You can really sit down. You can also make your own custom control layout. That's certainly what I've done. I have a variation of type A controls that I like to use.
I did that too, but you know, let's join our players.
What was that he had on his
Back into
mouth?
another match here.
Yeah.
Taking a pan of our team, fighting cowboys.
Mechanical romance.
Got their emblems ready.
I like that.
By a side in the white Renton tank. And we've got team green screen, the glitch in the matrix here.
They all got it.
Good old missing textures here.
What is going
That's John
on?
Rubicon Ouroboros, and from Cheng here, ready live to
God,
kick
these
off
patterns look wild. What the
our
fuck?
second round of PvP coming in here live for
Trying
Ace.
to get that height.
I still can't
Oh,
believe
he's
we're
way
on
up there
PvP
too.
today.
Damn.
This is insane.
This is
I know that my community at home is
Letting that loose. The tracking on that was actually kind of gross. Most of that actually dug into one.
This is the game,
this
you
is
know.
the game. This is it. This
And
is
when
it.
you play,
There's definitely no M-bond in that regard.
it feels
There's weight and
amazing.
heft to your AC.
Yes.
And, there's just that chunkiness to everything you're doing. So fighting
Let's
cowboy
see.
taking advantage of the new
How many of those? Pretty much most of them. Damn.
gameplay. Quads have become super aerial.
From
now.
a pretty extreme distance
Cowboy just
too.
taking this position. The aerial assault, notice just raining down hell on everybody.
Fucking air supremacy here.
360 view. Like, look at that.
Absolutely. And then just reestablishing position.
Yeah, this map looks pretty nice.
Really taking a good job to
It does kind of make me wonder what map people are going to use mostly for competitive though, because you know there's going to be some that get restricted.
rockets. He's got the dual laser cannon.
That map that we were on before was pretty small and pretty flat, so that one might get used a little bit more than this one.
Huge damage. Look at Cleric.
Cleric is popping off right now.
He is trying to use that barrier, using that
But you
pulse
always
barrier.
have to keep in mind of like how much you're using.
Oh shit, he got
There
hit.
it goes.
He got nailed. There it goes.
And there goes Cleric going down. Oro taking a bit of a beating because he went in, and sure enough.
It's a little bit of a heftier build than his last one, but not by much.
Rise back up. Oro definitely does. We've seen it do it before.
Cowboy is definitely just using the if it ain't broke methodology here. But they're starting to, he's starting to earn their ire a little bit. Oh, he's got his barrier up.
His pulse shield as well. These are really important.
Trying to go in for that bungus. Did not work out.
Boost kick. Coming and fighting Cowboy.
Immediately ate those missiles for his trouble.
Previous Armored Core games. It's kind of like that. You get
Trying to get some more altitude here.
extensions you can make use of.
And immediately got plugged.
Big comment. Somebody finally looking up and taking the quad out of the
Revenge
air.
though.
Flipping
You
the
know,
wing.
there's revenge in this game. I'm sure.
Showing you that, even quads going aerial, that does not make you.
What's the fucking call in GBO2 for look up? It's like a from above or something like that. It's just that.
Everything moves so fast as
this
well.
This is high.
So you got to be thinking fast as well.
You do.
Mind your heads.
Right.
Your own attacks, but also trying to coordinate the best you
With
can
your team.
With your team.
Very
Huge stun
important.
here going down on Cleric, and Cleric takes the down.
And once
I guess
the game
those are like
comes out,
two
you
rail
already know.
cannons.
People are just taking advantage of all the
Oh, shit.
all
No.
the customizable pieces that they can do in AC, with their AC. Oh,
Oro taking his down.
Horoboro getting nailed.
No dice. And again, notice you cannot use anybody.
Cowboy's back on his bullshit again.
That's in PvE. You cannot use those in PvP. So you have to deal with the set of AP that you've got set up here.
There's only 2 minutes left.
2 minutes. Maybe the
Anything-
most
It's really funny watching quads walk.
with a huge jump going up to 11.
With how much they tend to boost and hover.
holding a substantial lead here. Fighting Cowboy taken to the
Because I want to say, in most cases, at least in older games, quads never really walked. They actually had like treads, like little roly boys.
Smiling the whole time, so he's definitely a villain.
He's loving it. He's loving it.
The perfect villains always smiling.
Aren't they though? I don't know.
When they're taking everyone down.
I think
Mr. Support Main over here.
Oh, I mean,
Could you imagine if, like, they've attempted it, right, in GBO2, but, like, could you imagine if you could actually have this kind of control in the air
does not.
No.
as an aerial support unit? Like, that would be insane. Very big difference
Love that. Look at this.
in terms of mobility options here.
AC.
Got the camo going.
Like wheels on the tip. Yeah. Like wheels on the tips are like tregs in the legs that touch on the tips.
Important note here, when you use Assault Boost / Overboost, we're actually encouraged to do that. You shave a little bit of damage.
Or like when they would roll, it would flatten out a little bit and it would put more surface.
Really getting in.
That sort of stuff. Oh, he's getting bodied. No. You gotta get out of there.
Popping that pulse, getting back.
He had to land. And it got ugly. That being said, he's got a decent amount of chunk. He's still got a couple K to go.
Real close right now. It's like,
Nah, they're starting to nail him too much.
Oh, and Cowboy taking the down. I know Oro's got to be enjoying that. My God.
That being said, a very different kind of score going on here now.
this is. I already want to play.
It's high test. It's high test, but Beta Team still trying to swing back here at 10:44 over to Alpha Team.
They really did let Cowboy get away with murder for most of this match too, and I think that really made the difference.
He's gonna do what he can with this last bit of AP. We got 15 seconds in the round. Let's see what.
Oh, he got plugged.
Oro going down.
Yeah, this other build for Oro wasn't working out.
The rest of his team trying to pull together here. There's 5 seconds. Last 5 seconds.
Let's go.
That countdown, and it is over. Finished.
Oh,
They at least broke 1K, but
58.
No more gunboat.
There it is.
no more gunboat.
Taking some time to relish this. Relishing this
Here's-
kill.
that was amazing. How did you guys think about that at home? I mean, that PvP was so crazy. It was so good.
If that doesn't get you guys hyped, I'm not sure what does. I mean,
it is our world premiere.
That's pretty good.
And this has come so
like
far
that.
from, the PvP of like Last Raven or
Right.
some of the older PS2 games. What we're able to do here now and seeing the team combat, unreal.
It's fast, and it in turn is also weighty.
Right.
You can feel everything that you're putting onto your unit, and you know that it's doing some damage.
Right.
You
The
know,
interesting
and
thing is that
you're thinking
the weight factor,
for the moment when you're using
you probably feel a
everything.
little bit more when you're using
Not
like
one
regular
button is not used
bypass.
in this game.
Because a lot of the other
Everything is
legs tend to
getting utilized.
bypass.
The best part, there's a bit of a love letter
A
here.
lot of
There's
that,
something
too.
for all of you out there. Whether
With different
where you come
features.
from with Armored Core. Those of you who loved Armored Core 4 and 4 Answer, you're probably loving the assault armor that was happening going off there. You'll remember Kojima Particles chorus.
Kojima Particles.
Shield. Just the difference this time is you don't turn your own self. You don't turn your defenses into paper mache when you let off that assault burst. So it's a really good tool. It can be used offensively, can be used defensively. I think we saw everybody here really putting
Right.
those tactics into high play today.
So what are the things that that they're bringing back into this game? I've heard it time and time again from hardcore
Right.
Armored Core players. What are the things that you noticed? I know Vati mentioned some things too.
Yeah, he pointed to a few things. I'm going to be talking a lot more to combat. 'Cause I'm still juiced. from
Yeah,
that
yeah,
PvP.
for
It's just
sure.
totally insane.
Yes.
One thing that you guys saw put in play is the kick after like people were
Right.
doing the assault boost to run in, get in close, and
Yes.
do the boost kick.
Giving the
That comes
boot.
straight from Armored Core 5. Everyone loved the idea of this very kinetic, visceral idea of just ramming your AC straight into another. And now we can still do that here. The boost kick coming back from AC5. I was just talking about assault
Right.
armor. That's coming back from AC4 as I say AC4 Answer. You've got assault boost, aka overboost. That's back from Armored Core 2. You even got part dropping back from Armored Core 3. It's really all over the series.
Oh man.
Unbelievable. And we've got our third round of PvP
Let's
setting
go.
up. Let's zone in
Ooh.
here. Squad Alpha.
I think Ouroboros is gonna. He looks like he's ready to take this one.
He is. Look. Boro's got something to prove here. And
Yeah, he does.
He's
He
not
does.
leaving. Look at
Oh my god, all tanks. All tanks this time.
tanks rolling the dual Gatling guns.
What the
If you guys love the MG1000 roll on.
We're going dummy thick here, boys.
New MG is an absolute stagger machine.
I love the Gatling guns. Look at that.
Dual Gatlings, dual grenade launchers.
Rolling all over the place. These grenade launchers are a callback to.
In fact, it looks like they're running uniform builds almost, at least in terms of weapon output. Is he just okay? Look at this man.
It shoots three grenades each volley. So if you can home in on somebody, you can get 6 grenades off, cause an insane stun.
Now he should be able to fire those cannons without having to stop because of the treads. But if they catch up on him, he's going to be in trouble.
And Oro snapped.
He already got more than half of his health chunked off. Also, the other thing to keep in mind, you do not have repairs in this. Which I think they mentioned before, but I think that's something that we also learned.
Too easy to do.
I think Vati mentioned it too in some of his other videos.
I noticed that I've done that too, but is always be mindful of everything that you're doing, even when you're like in the heat of the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both team captains.
This is more. Oh, this is the first regular biped build that we've seen. This is like a medium kind of suit.
Oh. He's honing right in. Stuck an obstacle there, but he still gets over it, and he's right back into the melee. Check it out.
Get in there trying to swipe.
Looks like rolling the shotgun.
Is that a shotty? No. That might be the other rifle from before.
I'm just stunned.
There goes his expansion.
Oh!
Didn't build up a full stun, but still got some good damage. Still got some good damage out, and that's key.
Oh no, he's overloaded. He's not gonna last much longer here.
For the full deal, you're gonna have
unless he finishes one of them here.
Sometimes
they got too much health still.
It's okay. The limit is like
he got singled out.
Easy to kind of go overboard. What are some tips that you can give people about, like, you know, not doing that too much?
I do kind of wonder what PvP meta is going to be like, though.
Since we don't have that here,
is it mostly going to be quads? Is it going to be super heavy, like tank builds, depending on the kind of speed that other builds can bring?
So break locks.
Obviously, these guys have part limitations, so there's other stuff that might actually be more relevant.
Out of that lock reticle, save yourself some trouble. Get out of that train wreck. Leave yourself for another day.
Oh man.
Oro getting a rare respite, a breather.
That's right. I'm like, what is he doing over here? He's just relaxing.
Sometimes you get a little time to coast, reorient. Sometimes you got an opening. If you down enough enemies, you can kind of recenter, recoordinate with your team, bring things back together.
Oh, he's getting fucking nailed.
That's what we're gonna need right here. As Oro and gang start to get flanked, but turning that right around, turning the tables, using that 360.
Oh, they might start getting rocked here, depending on how hurt they were already.
I'm watching this. A big weakness of tanks.
Beta's number 1 already went down.
We'll try to use their blind spots, but
he just got chunked himself.
At the torso with tanks.
John's gonna be by himself for a little bit here.
Another down.
As the boys focus on a single target, he's pretty much just gonna be looped. His other buddy just came in. He might pull some of them off.
Others who are right in, like
Cowboy also going down.
Is down, but still dishing out as much damage as he's taking. Just tenacious.
So Alpha still not recovering from that initial wipe.
I mean, they're just raining down on them, you know?
These dual Gatlings, by the way, the sound...
Because these guys are getting held back by those Gatlings, they can't really commit to anything close range right now.
Like getting a vision. Everything is visually beautiful in this game. You know, you always wonder, how is it going to look? Well, we see right here, this is what you're going to get.
Oh, we've got a pinning with Oro just circling.
Yeah, no.
And then the full down. Total AP bar just stripped there.
These guys going with more, like,
ideally what they want to have
conservative builds. Definitely biting them in the ass right now.
Hit splash damage, that counts for a lot. You don't have to hit an opponent bang on with those grenades. So sometimes taking to the air, not getting...
I don't think Alpha's going to recover with a minute to go.
That might be your best play. And we've got a back-to-back stun. Back-to-back stun.
Look at all of them come together. This is amazing.
They're trying to get out of this.
Like, they're literally triangulating some of these guys.
Turn around and focus on Oro. Good timing because his teammates got pulled off from the action a little bit.
And the thing is, like, look how they're sticking together, too.
Still a tight formation. It's easy to get caught all the way across the map in cases like this, but everybody is staying just succinct, precise.
We got 30 seconds to go. I mean, it could be anyone right
You're
now.
zoning down. Team Alpha is up 18-20.
I think the bigger issue, too, is that they can't pull them into the buildings because
no huge mistakes, no huge downs.
Alpha has the burden of approach, so they have to fight him in this flat area, and it's really not to their advantage.
15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah. It is real close right now.
Oro making his push to make a press here. What can we make happen? Oh, and there it is. Team Beta with that swing.
Whoa.
Finally pulling it off with a heavy chonkin build here.
Look at Oro. I had a feeling Oro was like, hey.
He's loving this.
Yeah, it's pretty much gun tank. Just two cannons,
Look at him with the smile.
shoulders, gatlings.
He's like, I got this. I know I got this.
And having a chance to go behind the scenes a bit, I know Oro does a lot to juice up his team. He does a lot
Right.
to try to bring Cheng and everybody in, really getting them into that process, getting
And
them
that's
in.
important,
It
too.
is. You got to get them. You got to get your team as vicious as you are to get in this. So it looks like we're taking a sec to change.
Yeah, it's interesting how many builds Cowboys group
look at
just had to bear.
loadout.
And
looks
these are
like.
the loadouts that he already had ready.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so it looks like 5 builds or so.
Spend time going through the garage to change, to cycle through each individual part. If you want to go do just load up your design. Again, another feature that became popular as of Armored Core 4, coming back, revisiting us here in Armored.
It's interesting because some of those builds are probably going to have names and stuff over time.
This is great. This is
Especially as some of them get popular through tournaments and whatnot.
Most incredible love letter. My favorite Armored Core game before this was Last Raven, my number 1. But I'll tell you what, this is already taken its place,
See?
and I'm stoked. I'm stoked. It's
I
crazy to
mean,
say that.
That's enough for me. Okay, as a person that only
1,
played
2,
one of their
3,
games in the
4,
series,
5,
that, to
6,
me,
7,
already,
8.
we played this.
So there's
many
8
times,
slots.
when we had, you know, kind of tested out and everything, and I was like, I wonder how everyone else feels about this game.
Is there actually going to be
Each playing,
I know,
so
and it just kind of zoned.
4v4 or is it just rotating out of those?
So Fighting Cowboy's got to be feeling the heat a bit, but nonetheless,
I think he likes the heat.
I think he likes it. I think
Yeah, he likes
he's in his element here.
Yeah.
You see him. He's still collected, still calm, getting things together with this team. And speaking of,
It's neat that we're seeing so many runs too.
Everything that looks beautiful.
here we go. We've got a heavily armed quad cowboy.
We got
dual plasma rifles rolling in that reverse joint. Look out
that
for
reverse joint's got pretty much all. Oh yeah, look at that shoddy.
Bear in
Look
mind,
at that shoddy on the mid.
again, 5 inverted. There we have 3 different types of damage.
Nice. Regular bipedal on that one too.
AE and TE
That is
damage.
beautiful.
This reverse joint build looks really cool because I think that's almost all energy.
Don't they though? They do.
Looks like Cliff.
I love the
He's got like Fozzie claws going on.
to it. Again, going to work with the plasma rifles right away. This is one of the variable charge weapons you can take advantage of. You can just shoot like
Like the particles on that too.
triggers. You can charge them up. You'll get a triple explosion.
Oh, check that out when they overheat too. They're like jettisoning heat out the back.
He's moving so agile.
Like that back end opens up.
It's so smooth.
The nice thing about, again, the explosives are that you don't have to be bang on with every shot. Sometimes that shit damage you can add up is just destructive. And, you know, the best part, he's got those explosive missiles on the back, too. Just to set up to really stagger blind, keep opponents off balance.
It's just
Yeah, Cowboy is pretty multifaceted with some of these builds too. Like that's pretty impressive. This is probably one of the zippier builds that we've seen from him so far.
Power of verticality. Speaking
Look
of
at
which,
that. He's
Cowboy just using these boost hops.
The thing is, like,
The boys happen.
mainly using like all of the all of the map right here, and he's just going all over and making sure that he's
Big strafes.
Classic circle strafe going on here. Let's change up to Ouroboros, taking to the skies with his quad once again.
And he's a big fan of this too. So let's see.
He's one of the talk it up. I mean, I was watching him during the Steam
Right.
Cleaner play and stuff, go through this stuff. It's great to see him putting the same energy to play in PvP. Oro getting a full snap of grenades off. Fantastic.
Playing operator in 5? I was wondering if supportive options are
He had it in him, and he's like
supportive.
letting loose right now.
There's a lot of us out there that call the grenade launcher the problem
You
solver.
mean like support parts or?
15, but again, the GNL.
So I do know that they've simplified some of the build
My
stuff
favorite weapons.
in terms of part slots and whatnot.
Oh man, Oro caught in a little bit
So I'm
of
not super sure how many of those are still going to be there.
still gets out of
And I
it.
think like external radars and stuff aren't really a thing anymore.
Once you hit the ground, the energy fills.
But you do have a lot of that is kind of just like multi-tiered, or like there's hybrid part slots that do multiple functions at the same time.
He's all right.
He's
He's all
gonna get
right.
right back up.
All right. Again, but things are still fairly even here at the takedowns.
Yeah, and then you just have like a built-in scan to check the maps and stuff like that too. Like that's just a feature
It's 240.
right there next to repair, which is the thing.
Game right now, as far as what's happening, we were talking about what you could do.
Right.
We were setting up for this, and I think 5 minutes is just right.
Yes.
Get you really immersed, get into that chaos, and get into that havoc. This is just beautiful. Again,
It
Cowboy,
is.
there's the triple shot, the charged up plasma,
Oh, he's
followed by the triple missiles and the kick.
They've been staying on Cowboy for a lot of this.
That
That
needs
is
to happen.
beautiful.
Beautiful work by Cowboy. But
Oh.
This is actually a bit of a closer match right now.
his team is getting wise to his game, trying
so
to
he's-
really
they're
punish
reading him.
Cowboy for this, trying to get the hard reads going.
So Alpha trying to make an effort here to catch up.
Oro getting bold, just willing to take these grenade shots at a mid-air target, hopefully to hit bang on. So when he gets close there, they
not working out too well, though.
Down to 1029 AP. Again, the longer you can keep yourself alive, the more of a target you make.
Oh, no, they just broke through.
The more points you're worth.
And I wonder, like, if they're
Boro also went down.
Often, if their teammates are catching up too.
Right.
You know? And that's...
Anybody out there worried about ammo count? You'll notice in the bottom right portion of the screen, ammo seems a lot more generous here in AC6 than we've had it in previous games. And I think no one's really had an issue with that lately, or they had to drop parts. Just look at Cowboy here. I mean, I'm sure he's freshly spawned, but he has got plenty more where that...
I do wonder if there's differences between ammo count in PvP versus PvE as well. Because we did see in some of those extended missions, Boro and Fighting Cowboy, they were having to eat off like their Gatlings and other things like that at least.
I feel like also making sure your meters...
But obviously, you know, as you die, all that stuff gets replenished when you respawn, so even if you do run out, it's probably not going to be until like the end of your life.
We're in a bit of a just all out in the middle of the...
Unless you're really in there for a long, long time.
Really crazy right now. But these tanks you see around the arena, it's an example of some of this cover you can take advantage of. You have too many problems of trying to break a lock. Sometimes it's best just get under that cover, save yourself some trouble, save yourself some hassle.
It's the one thing I kind of wonder though, since they all have their own scan,
this is just
if they have something like observational data link, where if one person scans, everyone sees it, or if they had to ping for themselves.
Knowing all of his moves, Oro's moves, you know?
He's trying to predict them at least a bit ahead of time. We're down to the last 20 seconds. Team Alpha's got the lead right now with 1074. Ooh. Can they hold on to it? We got the swing up to 1196. Beta 682 with Boro. Fresh off the spawn, 5 seconds. What do we make happen? We're going off.
No, he got focused at the end.
Enough, and there's the finish. Team Alpha.
Wow.
Up another game. And of course, Fighting Cowboy clearly with that look of saying, this is how it should be. This is how it was meant to be.
You know what? All of that PvP is...
Cowboy out there beating that ass.
Everyone at home. How do you guys feel about that? We're going crazy inside right now.
That is wild.
Oh, man. What do you think about like how your teammates are feeling right now watching this?
It's got to be pulse pounding stuff, you know. I mean,
have you been me? It's gone, Asian.
Watching this too. I mean, I'm.
It's your favorite girl, Asian.
Those you guys at home, look, I hope you're digging this as much as we are. It's absolutely crazy. Obviously, super smooth. I know one of the biggest questions has been, what's PvP going to be like? And the last thing people wanted was just only look at that with canned footage. But here we had several matches live. We had the team play.
It's a double giga.
Several different builds used.
Be nice.
Everything. The tanks, reverse droids, quad.
Okay, sounds busy doing like dragon things.
This right now.
Although apparently Zen's doing some stuff for AC. Or at least doing some viewer stuff for it right now.
You know,
I don't know if she actually got anything to do for a demo or not.
They are.
You know, they are some of the best. And I think that
Asian's going to start his own clan for Armored Core 6.
Larger from this, I can't wait to see
Goober
what
Squad.
we're going to be, you know, what's going to be showcased in the future.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I've loved to see, just the adaptation, especially in the part of Fighting Cowboy and Oro. They played so many from games.
Right.
You know, and their content, if you guys have ever checked it out and know anything about it, you know, just adapting all those scenes. But coming here to Armored Core and really just digging in just with both hands here and just coming up with the strats on the fly, just their builds. It's just been awesome to see how they'd adapt to just the early week one stuff, you know.
And I think that like even new fans, there's a lot of new fans in my community that are really excited about this game.
Friends playing through missions right now.
And I keep on mentioning that, but then when you
so I think there was a fair amount of other content creators that got
you're like, this
to play through the game early when Vati did.
There's nothing really.
Vati was the one that I followed the most for that.
Real weight.
But that's kind of cool that they got Zen doing demo stuff.
About that is you feel that in the verticality. You really have to push your boosters to ascend when you're rising up. You really feel it when you're doing the quick turn motions and everything like that. So it's you put so much of your own personal flavor behind it too, which is unbelievably high.
Each piece on the AC is your personality and how you play.
Exactly.
It's very personal.
I feel a little bit bad because
the most beautiful part about
a lot of Vampy's segments in these, they tend to have her scripted really hard.
So if you guys,
because she's the rep and not the guest,
hey,
which is kind of unfortunate.
In PvP, get in there and enjoy it.
Because you can definitely tell.
We're watching PvP live, and I can't wait to talk to the players because
same. I know. We gotta hear their thoughts. I want to hear in this blood rivalry
They were,
too.
like I said, they were trolling each other on Twitter
they were
earlier.
the whole time.
Or not Twitter, sorry, X. You know what? Anyway, so let's join our players to get their thoughts on the match.
Let's dive in.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Hey, we're doing great.
What could be better? Yeah.
What happened to their thirds?
Oh, what was that?
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, okay, awesome. Amazing job, everyone. We thought you'd.
You gotta go to school.
Absolutely.
Okay, have fun over at school.
We're really curious to hear your different perspectives of the game.
Good luck today.
Super fun. Yeah. I love the PvP. It's awesome.
So I think the big thing people need to keep in mind here is tank goes boom. Yes. And
Oh my god.
boys are clearly the champion of this event.
Oh, here we go.
3-1.
Yeah, I think it was 3-1. Sounds right. Yeah, sounds right. 3-1 sounds right. Yeah.
And they had to try and meme to win. Oh, it's embarrassing.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That was a good fight, Cowboy. That was
No,
good shooting.
honestly, yeah, it was good. Honestly, it feels amazing. Just when you think you have a beat on somebody, next thing you know, you're getting stunned from behind, and you have to change angles, and then the dynamic of having to go for the guy worth extra points. Yeah, it's a dogfight is in.
Wait, dogfight.
Describing how it feels to actually play it.
The 3v3
Or is that a separate thing? That's interesting that they had. So it's like target shuffle then? I didn't even notice the bonus thing.
Screaming to each other in the room, like trying to focus different players. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
Yeah, we were calling out targets, 0-1, 0-3, 0-0.
Yeah, Cowboy, I think I heard you from over the other room, dude. Yeah, you're so loud.
Absolutely awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, it's looking like we might have a little bit of room for redemption, a little time to throw things back in.
Oh.
Yes.
What would you?
Oh, run back time.
Another shot to keep this whole blood.
Run back time.
You want to let Cowboys team run away with this Oro chain? You guys got something to say about it?
What do you think?
Yeah, because I'm feeling this rivalry a lot more. It's getting thick.
Yeehaw, partner, let's go.
Yeah, we're having a salty run back here.
We're doing
The salty run back. Let's go.
We're gonna run this back. We got the time.
ready.
We're willing. We got the team here. Let's run it back. Get ready for another best of 5. Let's hear it, guys. Get
Best of
hyped
5.
in the house.
Okay.
Team Ouroboros, Team Fighting Cowboy, back in the mix. Let's settle this. Awesome.
Oh man. I mean,
Oh, I was like, is the camera delayed?
No, I'm so glad there's time for it. We'd only initially.
For a second, it almost sounded like their audio got switched to something else.
this is why I like live broadcasts,
it's
because
the
we
best.
can think of these things on the fly.
This is the best. This is the
I
best
was
part
like,
about
It's
it.
interesting that they had extra time, though. Then again, I feel a little bit bad because the Vati video segment was literally them looking at old trailers that he'd already talked about,
Heated, though. His blood's boiling. I could
and like he was gone in a flash.
Let's go.
It didn't last long.
Let this stand, but Fighting Cowboy just kind of pushing him off. Said, "Hey man, you can try, but I can't guarantee any results. We're gonna see what happens with this next set of 5 and see if there could be any kind of redemption here."
I'm very curious about their, rivalry. Actually, I'm probably gonna look it up
So
later.
I wonder if Ouroboros is actually gonna try to meme it up like they did in that tank run.
You've been hearing the trash talk between them. I love it. I
I
love
didn't
it.
get to hear it, but then I'm hearing it now, and it's amazing.
Now you see it live.
Yeah, and now I'm hoping that after the game releases, I'm
Right.
excited to see them play again.
Oh well, everybody will be back in. Hopefully.
Christ, I didn't think about it.
Everybody and jump in.
And I hope I can
can't
play
wait.
with you
think
too.
so.
That would be
Same
really
here,
awesome.
same here,
I
same
would
here.
love to team up because now that the community is getting bigger, I want to join in on the fun too.
You should. This is the time for it, and especially
We
anybody.
got
who's
4.
Really,
We
really
need 2 more for
the whole
clans.
complement of From Games.
We're getting a little bit
Again,
closer.
there's so many
Probably won't have
you
enough.
guys really got the
I'll just focus
opportunity
on the
to
one
push
next
this
week.
well
Which honestly makes
so,
things
hey,
easier
I
for
encourage
me,
you
but
guys
we'll
hop
see.
in, join in PvP, of course.
Because we're still in top. This is the first top 100, I think.
Proof that beating the game isn't the end. Getting the multiple endings, whatever parts you find, that's just the start.
Yeah.
You get in here in PvP, and that's where you apply everything you found.
And the customization is the thing that I think is the best thing that I can visually see, because I'm a nut for that.
I don't want to be that guy.
Customizing to the T of how I want.
Exactly.
But I have a very strong feeling that some of the GBO2, like GS3, is probably going to jettison into Armored Core 6.
You got everything you want.
If we do end up making a clan over there.
Things come to the paint scheme and the emblem editor.
Because,
If you like spending time
I
on
like
that work,
paint.
Like the emblem editor is the most robust it's ever been. In this
And I'm
first
sure
phase.
someone will ask anyway, so I might as well.
popping down emblems.
Just get ahead of it.
All over your AC. You've got a chance to.
Oh yeah, and we're back on another PvP match.
Throwing things back.
Yes.
Continuing on with Squad Alpha. That is fighting Cowboys team. Eric, ready in gang, ready to go here. And from Chang, looking for some redemption here and looking at a chance to get back. With John
I love their
Rubicon
color
assisting.
scheme.
Still trying to break the game with that Matrix glitch look. You think they're trying to use the green screen? I don't know here. Was somebody calling it something illegal? Right to the races and a brand new map
I love
here.
watching their tactics here. Let's see.
So
Let's see.
Here, this is going to be really interesting in this map. There's a lot less.
Wait, is that another cannon on that?
Classic Armored Core. This is a lot like the old school arena map. A nice big open area, no huge amounts of cover to work.
Like this is probably the one that they're gonna use the most for comp.
On value, a lot of cover.
I wouldn't be
You
surprised.
just got to be aware, both aerial and underground. Speaking of which, here we go with Cowboy again using these grenades. Already low on AP, but just
Oh my god.
behind him. He wants this quad.
Is he running fucking like dual rifles or pistols? What the fuck?
I can respect that. Cowboy just not deterred. Not deterred. He's
So when you respawn, you might as well just get the damage in.
My God, he tries to make it happen. Oro on the way here. Also, the fresh.
Not to mention the countdown for this is eons faster. Light years faster than GBO2.
Not do the double hit.
Like even compared to how things are shortened for simple battle.
And is instead going to just back off a little bit. There's the blade combo from Oro, causing Flare to actually respond in pop.
Put that field up though.
Paying the price for that overcommitment. Man.
And it's punishing too.
It is. It is. Very.
Especially if you get a little greedy, you know, they're punishing these players as well.
I can really.
Oh, that spin out. Nice.
As far as getting this done, because again, like I was saying earlier, you're not always in a good position to take advantage of that.
Trying to dive in with those.
That can seize it.
With those guns out. Tracking on that's a little bit rough.
I just love watching.
Goes in with the kick.
I think that's super.
It is. It is.
Immediately pays for it, getting caught in that melee.
Blade from the flank, but
no counter button or tackle button here, right? So
exactly.
Outside of trying to do some hard purge or field.
It's 854 to Beta's 108. I'm trying to get a takedown on Cowboy here to hopefully stack up some points, even things up.
Actually, one thing that we haven't seen, and I wonder if it's limited because of the parts that they can use, is the we've seen physical like hand or arm shields that they can rock to defend.
Cowboy does another stun and popping the shield for pulse fences, and there goes Cowboy with that hit. Fair enough.
Rough.
I love this how we keep the focus over on the team captains.
Right.
Okay.
And Oro
Alpha pulling far and away here.
Alpha's up 983 to Team Beta's 460.
Bodo's team gonna have a hard time catching up with 2 minutes to go here.
I feel like with those kind of legs, they're very agile.
They are, and in fact, reverse joints. Just from my time with the game, they feel a little quicker.
Right.
Granted, Bodo's not taking a lot of damage, but his team's taking the brunt of it. And the way he's pursuing, it's not really
the types of
making up for that with DPS.
Assault armor going off, and look at this punishment.
Because when he tries to commit, he just gets nailed for it.
I felt that.
Even though he has a huge missile array on him too.
Unbelievable switchback happening here.
Nope. Cowboy fucking just being a raid main and diving at a moment's notice. But because they're doing the damage to these guys, it's not really affecting them that much. Let's go on, Corez.
I'm watching closely. I'm seeing where the teammates can. Oh,
here it is.
Shit, yeah.
Here it is.
There goes Bodo again.
Oro, though, taking his down, trying to go after Cleric. Sometimes there's always the bigger fish policy. Gracious me.
Let's see.
One of the favorite things.
Cowboy is almost going to get stunned again.
I'm loving this.
It is beautiful.
Tayo almost got it. Oh, he just got clipped. Oh, there he goes.
Doesn't do it justice.
It's just gorgeous.
Oro was talking about this earlier. About
He's trying to punish some of the guys that are focusing on Tayo.
Everybody's using some very destructive weaponry right now. Quads and tanks are perfect for that. Leg types that give you a little bit less recoil in those.
0-1 might go down here.
About that, because it's very important to this game.
It is. It is critical. Mission critical. got another stun set happening here. Fighting Cowboys got to be happy about that.
They found Odo again.
Fighting Cowboy's just happy in general.
I think just in general here, he is loving this. Team Alpha.
Targeted. Oh no, that's another guy. Targeted card though.
Like, you know what? I don't really
Oh,
care.
3.
Doesn't care.
Probably gonna be on the verge of getting stunned here once he has to land.
That's important, you know? Especially with team battle, you know?
Absolutely.
Especially if you're like the team leader.
Oh, come on.
Be, like showing like any signs of weakness.
Yeah, no, he's gonna get chewed up.
Oh, 5 seconds.
Oh, but they got Cowboy. The Alpha clearing 2K
Oro taking
for the commanding lead.
the first
look at this one.
of this run back best of 5 series going over.
Cowboy beating the dog shit.
Oh, I felt
Out of
that
Odo Bodo.
one. I felt that one.
Did you saw it in Oro's eyes? He's just
I mean, and especially since you've been such a fan for so long.
He's very
I
crestfallen.
mean, looking at this PvP, how does it affect you right now? I'm sure it's like crazy.
Oh man, I'm almost like to drop everything right now and run back there myself. And,
I was about to say that
kinda,
earlier.
I'm kind of dying to.
The
Maybe there'll be time after.
PvP
but-
in this game is
It'd be funny to see these two do a 1v1.
for the first time too. Like,
I wouldn't mind that. Like if they finish this and have enough time, just have these two do a 1v1
all the
just
way
because.
Right.
while you're playing this game.
There's some important context here. You know, I think it was Cowboys commenting before we came in. He played the role of comms, like a team coordinator back
Right.
during Armored Core 5/Verdict Day.
Right.
And there was a position in the team where you could help coordinate everybody, bring your team together,
Amazing.
kind of direct them where to
Yeah.
go. So to see him kind of taking that knowledge and just
Love
getting
it.
right in here as a team captain, actually
You can
applying
really
that to
see
gameplay,
it.
visceral stuff. He's absolutely killing it.
I mean, especially for me, I would say like the game, the PvP aspect is what's going to drive me to play the game.
Right.
I think that's
I like hearing that. I love the way you
Yes.
think. Absolutely. That's what drove me to play so long ago when
Yes.
I first stumbled on. It's like an old Yahoo group.
Oh, great.
Oh, wow.
Led to the whole
OG.
PvP
I love
forums,
this
but
history that you're telling us.
It was that need for PvP. I was shocked to even find out there was a scene. I know the closest one I had to me was in the Midwest. Armored Core Midwest Mayhem was held in Janesville, Wisconsin. I was in Illinois at the time, went over state lines to attend, and the rest was history. I could not believe that there was an Armored Core tournament to go attend. So it's, hey.
I've never been to
I
one.
genuinely wonder if we're gonna have any in Michigan.
Some other time, you know, I would be down to go.
We've talked about LAN events as far as
Hopefully so. We'll have to
the
see.
online era. There
Right.
hasn't been as much of a need. Obviously, people being able to play from home and everything. And of course, you guys out there are going to have brand new, plenty of chance to play with AC6.
All right, we're back in it.
But we're getting back.
Okay, round 2 here.
This
man.
run back, best of 5, Fighting Cowboy and crew absolutely in their element. Squad Alpha
I don't know, because we taught him how to count.
here to post up.
But look at
Look at dim legs.
Cowboy going back with the.
Good balance here. Biped, a quad, and
Oh no! Wow, biped.
hopefully play to their strengths.
Cowboy though doing his death from above build again
Have the tank player sort of
with those missiles.
get in and with the engagement. Hopefully the quad supports from the air.
Team Green Bean, the mean green beam machines.
Maneuvers from the flanks.
Look how
We're going to see
high
how it
he's
unfolds.
going.
And look at this.
Oh, but they already know. And Odo realizing that as a fellow quad user.
Going to work with the dual laser cannons.
Oh man.
Oh, but he already got swatted by somebody else on the ground.
Oh, they're trying something different right now.
Fighting Cowboy taken back to the streets here.
Yeah, he's taking it back. That is.
He's got his field up. He has some time to try to get some altitude here.
Boost kick back for revenge.
Foregoing that to beat that biped's ass.
About to take it down here.
Oh, he's.
That's
No, he's got it. That tank trying to chase though, and he got slagged.
Oh.
interest. Cowboy taking really down. Again, the team
Yeah, they know. They gotta take the supports here.
very fresh in this set. And John Rubicon down over on Ouroboros side, trying to get back in. Hopefully Cheng and Oro trying to hold the fort until
Bodo trying to do the same thing, but with
that's going to be trouble.
energy cannons here.
Coming in a little light, swinging with some heavyweight.
Oh my god.
Speaking of launch of step, huge loss of AP
I
coming
feel
in.
like they're so focused right now.
They are. Look, it was
The sweat is coming out.
It's the same thing, you know, back at the old land tournaments and being in person, about the amount of focus you have to give this and really zoning in, digging into every aspect of play here. Your energy management, this is critical. Playing it to how well your AP's holding up, what your team's doing. There are always
definitely
a
agree with
million
that.
and one things to watch at any given time of what we have happening here. And we're seeing that play out right before our eyes.
They're doing a magnificent job, though, especially.
Have you ever seen any of those old gifs of like
Now, some of you out
the booth girls at these events would be like trying to distract the players
I hope you guys out there seeing that a lot.
and just like completely locked onto the screen.
Right, right. And I know that people were talking about that online, and they don't have to worry about that.
That shit. Oh, jeez.
Hiding Cowboy taking a slight break to refresh.
Getting rained down on by Odo.
In the mix, using that assault boost. And we're over to Oro, who's taken back to the skies. He's really remained in the skies here. And the difference between their play, both Oro and Fighting Cowboys are team captains, really taking advantage of quads. Oro is
the
more
field up. It's really hard focusing Cowboy.
Uses that assault boost to really high frequency. Loving what we're seeing out of both these guys.
I love all the different tactics they're using. Especially, it's pretty vast. You know, they're playing very differently, but...
And now he's got to land.
Absolutely. Yeah. It shows you there is no limit where people want to take things here. And Oro taking some hits from the flank, but he managed to shake that off. Focusing in, zoning in.
He's almost got Cowboy down.
Trying to finish off this quad.
I think 5 minutes is a perfect time for these battles
it keeps
because
things intense, it keeps you involved, things don't drag out too long, and it keeps that hype high, that energy that we love to have.
Exactly. Oh, and he got hit by that field.
With Oro taking another down.
Ouch.
Alpha 967.
But we're probably gonna watch him like.
This is pretty close.
2 minutes.
Oh no, never mind. Alpha broke away really hard.
He is.
They're about to breach 1K.
Down but not out. Down but not out. See what we can make happen.
Yeah, no.
The fresh set of AP also.
Now with a minute and some change to go.
Gotta be careful.
They'd have to get at least, what, 2 wipes? Probably?
In the air, he wasn't surrounded.
Right.
Not more.
Safety, and now he's kind of zoned himself into a 2.
I'm trying to get a beat on how many they get per kill. Or like per...
Saw it. Look, he was 7,000 something AP a bit ago, and now we're looking at a 108 AP
17.
back against the wall. Look, the tide can turn on a dime in games like this.
Especially with teammates that, you know, that know what you're going to do next.
And everyone's in coordination.
He got a hard wipe.
Some air, but he's being gunned for here because everybody's...
One thing that's interesting is it doesn't... I don't know if they actually have a way to control when they drop.
They move too fast.
After the respawn gauge happens, so like you really gotta learn how to key distance and stall until the rest drop.
An exhibition. Taking everything to heart.
Let's see. Cowboy taking to the skies one more time. See if we can finish off.
Unreal.
Oh my gosh. 44 seconds.
I think that's the only one left. The others are going to be dropping in a second. They might not be able to save it in time because he got absolutely shredded.
Yeah.
Claire celebrating the double blade.
That's amazing.
1595 with 30.
Bodo not able to focus on Cowboy.
Let's see something.
Fighting for his life out here.
Any kind of turnabout. The assault armor going off on Cowboy's target, but they're just calmly sitting here from the air, raining down missiles. Oro just trying to scrap to stay alive, but it's not going to be enough. Going down with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. But Team Beta to 1934. What can happen here? We got 5 seconds.
I mean, anything can happen. We'll see. Oh, but Fighting Cowboy is standing his ground.
He is.
To the finish.
There it is. There's the finish. My bad. I thought 1934 was 934. Of course,
CNC Fire wanted to make a return. Yeah.
Man being lead again. Najimine.
The interesting thing is that, like they said,
here at our first live look at PvP,
he's just so
the part list is really limited on these guys, so they're not running the full stuff
playing
that they could be.
Relishing every second of it. You know, he's gonna have words. He's gonna have words when we come back.
I did have a question for you. I mean, you're seeing all of these units, you know, ACs being used. Do you have any favorite, you know, that they've made? Especially like for this battle?
From what I've been seeing, of course I'm going to be partial. Well, there's one right behind me, and we just saw a bunch of them right here in PvP.
Right.
The quads. I gotta say, man, it's a toss-up between Oro's dual laser cannon quad, and I'm really liking what
Cowboy's quad looks really good.
I'm taking notes myself.
Just now with the dual missiles and missile boat. He just took his time. He just sat in the air, took advantage of
gunboat build.
The aerial ability that quads have to really just rain down missiles. When he needed to, he was able to work his ground game, get in, establish control, and really push. I think both those designs speak to a different play style, depending how aggressive you want to get, or how passive you want to be in your play.
Right.
But both of those really stood out to me.
I think I'm more like Cowboy, actually. I'm very aggressive.
Okay,
so
good.
I'm studying everything that he has on his AC.
Absolutely.
And I'm just putting it here. But then I have to be very careful for my AP as well.
You do.
That's the one thing that I kept on going overboard when I was playing Armored Core.
It's easy to overcommit in the moment. You get in, you start pushing your generator, and before you know it.
Also, I don't know if Dusty is here.
That was
Still?
me. That was me when I was playing the first
But
time.
I saw
when we
what
got
you
our
did.
hands on Armor Core 6. When I was playing,
The
I was just
notification
going over
popped
and I
up
was
on
like, I gotta
Twitter.
keep in mind not to be too hungry.
Right.
Be
What is
enough.
this?
Exactly.
And we were seeing that with Cowboy, and I loved his play style. It was great.
Yeah, and
What are you
important
doing?
here too? I mean, just imagine we haven't even seen the spread of weapons fully yet. There's still so much to unlock.
Right.
We're working with a limited set of weapons we can actually show today, but everyone here really just making a fantastic showcase of what's possible.
They are, and they're just using all
PSM.
their best builds right now that they can do in the game, and it's been such a delight.
Team Alpha changing things up and getting mobile.
Popsicle stick.
It sounds like Fighting Cowboys team suspected.
Oh, here they go.
Rollout
Hey,
On the same map too.
for that. I'm all about
In fact, I wonder if they see the map rotation and they're like, "Yeah, time to try it again." Here they go.
Gatlings, you know.
So they won with this. This was their one win last time. They did an all tank run. Bodo Bodo trying it again. Trying to do the strafe cheese.
The MG800 or some of the machine guns with slightly less ammo.
Cowboy with more of a medium build this time again. Also got the pallet bunker on his shoulder. I think this is the build that he was using
We're seeing that happen.
during the PvE stuff,
Keeping those streams of fire
actually.
going. He's got a whole
Although, maybe not, because I think he was using quads even
first down.
for that as well,
I
so
am
a
studying
little bit
hard.
different.
He's all above him, just raining down right now.
He is. Now, in the same hand, that can be a vulnerable point for quads, because
Right.
if you hover too long and you forget to allow your movement, use your quick boost.
They got a guy sticking to moving on the ground.
Right above him too, and that's a critical thing in this game.
Which is pretty smart, actually.
Yeah.
We're talking about how tanks have less blind spots to deal with right next to them, staying just right over their head. If you can just get in that sweet spot, that Goldilocks zone to rain down those hits. And Ouroboros taking the down early in the match, that's
rough.
okay still.
As long as they can force them to keep looking up.
He still can do
Last
this.
time.
And it seems like that's the idea here.
We got Team Beta up slightly here. See if they can take advantage of that slight.
Trying to go top down. But if they commit on the ground like this, they're getting strafed really hard.
Just staying on his target.
But leaning on that melee a little bit more
That was intense. Oh, look at him!
to
Oh,
punish them when they try to go flat foot on him.
out in here.
Oh no, yeah, he's gonna get committed on.
He saw the opening, and you know what? Look,
He did a full reverse when he was going at him. That is insane.
absolutely. Sometimes you get those firefights and trades. I'm sure he took it down there, but look, that's textbook. That goes to show there are those times when.
Let's see. John Rubicon not looking too good right now in terms of health. That's probably gonna be the one they focus pretty soon. Already got some stun gauge getting popped on him.
Right, especially if you're taking one for the team too. If you know
Exactly.
that you have to get in there.
And yeah, much like before,
Obviously, we just saw that happen right now. But
Bodo Bodo's team taking the lead here. Although it's a little bit of a slow crawl.
Setting up a huge stun combo, getting some grenades in midair. Absolutely beautiful stuff.
Looks like they got John.
I'm just loving that they all three have chosen the same thing.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We got a smart use of cover. Our first joint here really taking
here
aura
goes,
around
here
the building.
goes.
Cause him to switch targets.
Oh, he got singled out though. I think it's just him in that spot.
The assault armor hit, taking a kick, but
Yeah, no, he's getting strafed by the other two.
Definitely want to
He's
get
got to
those
go down
stunts in
really
so you can
fast
just,
here.
like, do the major damage.
the more work we could put in, the better.
Trying to hide in that cover.
In the end,
But he's mostly just running right now.
take advantage of this.
And that's going to be it. He's out in the open.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, he's taking it. Oh.
Bodo going down.
2 minutes on the clock. Team Alpha 392 to Beta 737. Actually, Team Beta starting to get something going here, making something happening. Again, we're on match point for Team Alpha though. They've already won 2.
Right.
If they take this, they're going to seal the deal, and it's over, folks. But Team Oro can
I still got.
Alpha's still trying to claw back out here.
I like it. I like it. We love a comeback story.
Yes.
We've been making the Rocky 4 analogies here.
Now here's the thing. Do they stick to these builds after this round?
The Fighting Cowboy has been just.
Considering that it's actually working right now.
His tracking has been great. Just the way he's made it. Just
Right.
keep beating his opponent.
And
Just
also
sticking to him like
canvassing
glue.
the ground and just making sure that he's taking advantage of everything.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Green Terror just went down, or Chang.
Going to play her during this event. This is just fighting for position.
I see.
02 and 03 not really taking any damage right now. And they're strafing the dog shit out of some of these guys.
Those huge risks, getting in and doing those trades, but he's really set himself up well during this event. It's been good to see.
And they've made their little rubble area where they had no cover.
Pretty good right
They are doing pretty good.
The burden of approach is on the enemy team. So
Oro tracking his next target.
Unless some of them get greedy and try to track them too hard, they should have this.
There's overhead. The team reconsolidating. I love it. The spin.
I love how he's just hanging off the top.
Right. Tell you what, those people out there looking forward to playing tanks, there's a little bit of a top.
Oh, that hop.
I totally feel this playstyle.
Right.
I'm all about the Gatlings. I'm all about the heavyweight. I love it.
Bringing those cannons to bear. Another one down.
Oro might have went down.
Odo probably got
A
caught.
lot of damage off during that time period. So
That was beautiful.
you see where that places points. Alpha trying to close in a bit here, 642, but only 7.
They were really trying to reverse this a little bit by going a bit more melee heavy and just.
Looks like your wishes might come true.
Wow.
For Boro's team to stave off the defeat.
Yep. They started getting closer though.
Favorites or anything, but I just wanted to fight for him, you know?
There you go.
You know, Oro, we gotta have, we gotta
So
see
similar to what happened in the last
Trying
set.
to write that story, that comeback story
Yes.
here.
And I love the alignment of his teams. That was great. I love that.
Let's see what
We
happens
saw
here.
so much positioning and play through the coverage. You know, I was trying various pieces of terrain and cover. I'm thinking back to some of the old maps that were something like that. Those who played Armored Core 2, you might remember the Edo base. It was sort of like a moon base looking deal,
yes, I've
right?
seen
Right?
that, yes.
There was really tall towers, 2 tall towers,
Yeah.
and you had all the different platforms.
It was
below
beautiful.
Then there was an outer wall.
Who was playing with their mic?
You know, it's just cool to see urban scenes. So
Is that me?
we can really go with that and see where things play out from here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you reverting back to the history and also, you know, how their play styles now. I mean, the excitement never stops for you.
It doesn't.
And I could feel that within myself too, because even though, like I said, I've only played one of these games, this is the game I already set out a week. And didn't you tell me a story about like what you're doing?
I did. My story even just to get here and play this has been crazy. I'm in the process of moving, getting ready to transfer
Right.
here. You know, we had a bit of time with the game before we got here.
Yes.
Trying to help with some of the files. I got through chapter 2.
Yeah, someone's just like
tried to just carve out
scraping their beard on their mic.
Sure. 10 minutes, whether it's 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 30 minutes, whatever I could snipe, whatever I could get anyone to play
Yes.
this. And I can't wait to actually get a hold of the full version myself.
I want the full version already. And I've been telling my community, I'm sure they're some of them watching right now. I'm like, don't call me unless you're playing. Okay? That's just how it is, how it's going to be. All right?
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. And that swings us
Yes.
right back into match. So again, Team Oro managing to stave off defeat here.
Ready.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
They tapped over to us.
I love that.
All right.
Oh, the customization is intense. And I feel like every time
Wait, they're still on that Arctic map.
the AC
Wall sector.
decked out in all different designs, it makes me so excited even more because I'm one of those crazy people that would just customize to no end.
Right.
Ah,
Good stuff. The team
yeah.
having a chance to take a look at their setups, get a chance to get set
Yeah.
up, take a breather, let things air out. And that's important sometimes when you're sitting in that hot seat. I've been there myself.
Right.
Sit a moment, breathe.
A little bit of difference in weapons here,
But don't take too long because we've got the next game.
but they're going with more tanks this time
Let's go.
for Cowboys team, and they're staying with their same builds from last time. It looks like
We're going back
for Oda.
I really love the tanks. I'm all about it.
Gun tank, woo!
was really able to see him through last
Right.
match. I think they played well together.
So they still got a quad on Cowboys team.
Right?
You know, so we're back to it.
Gonna try to pick at them from above. These guys going with their same builds from last time.
I'm just watching what they're doing right now.
Right.
Let's see here.
So just slowly, just center.
There goes one, trying to pull.
There it goes.
High up.
He's gonna get straight pretty bad though. He went in deep, and he's the only one they're gonna be looking at right now.
And I think this is really important.
Now, if their tracking sucks, then it might not be that bad.
Try to establish their spot early. Don't let them
Yeah,
have that early.
Cleric didn't take too much during that initial exchange.
Turn them.
Yes, I agree.
Starting to focus on
Fighting Cowboy will get
Major.
in the mix here, and it looks like it's paying off for him. Just trading.
yeah, Cowboys trying to scrap.
The shots. And with the
He never.
Got a stun on O2.
This is now.
Did he just like Goomba stomp him? What the fuck?
I think
I'm assuming that was supposed to be like a charge or something.
paid off for him here. I mean, again, hey, I mean, yeah, he took the down here, but I mean, look at how much
Putting on that
damage he
pressure
caused.
really is making a big difference here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
like
important.
he definitely depends on his other teammates to finish off stuff
All down the field and really just
when he does these more aggressive builds.
when the pressure's getting going. Good stuff.
And I
And
think
Oro takes a clip, goes down.
And I think they all also feel it too, especially if he's so aggressive.
They do.
They get a little bit like taken back, it feels like. Just a little, but we'll see. Maybe they're just playing along. They could be playing the game.
It's a dance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a dance in a way.
They could be playing. I know I do when I'm playing games. Oh,
check it out. Everybody pretty zoned in here. Got a lot of that.
I just want to see 3 and 1 just like attacking.
Yeah,
that would just be so intense.
That's the big. Those are the hype moments.
I love that.
We've had a few of those come through here, but man, is it ever cool?
Uh-oh.
Fighting Cowboy.
Karate Explosion about to go down 0-1. Not looking too good in terms of health here.
He finds a target, he commits, he stays on.
Locked on.
Like white on rice.
Ooh.
Takes the point blank tank boost kick. But check that out. His team there to back him up.
That being said, Alpha is still pulling away here. Ada probably not feeling too good about this change in set. Fucking them up already. They're losing the tank game. Now that they gotta face some tanks themselves.
Enough metal to go around for everybody here,
moves
folks.
so fast. I'm like, what is going on here? But their sandwiches, their competition. That's just. I'm sorry. That's what it looks like. Oh my gosh.
Man.
These heavyweights. My goodness.
I love it. I love it.
Even just watching, I see that they're just being able to stand their ground and also maneuver around so quickly.
Oh yeah.
It's just so funny to see the tanks flop in.
You know,
they just clack onto the ground and just start rolling around like, woo!
I think they just want to take them down, like team captain.
Spewing bullets, shit in the floor. Who cares, right?
Everybody's doing a really good job identifying those team captains and just really zoning in.
Oh, no, they got Odo.
And Oro just getting turned into guacamole. The team green. But we're still in there. Team Alpha up 749 to Team Beta 609. Still some time to make things happen with 140 left on the clock. Right. Assault armor.
It's a little bit close now, actually.
Using this assault armor being both a deterrent.
That being said,
also being a really good offense.
0-1 getting focused pretty badly here.
No breaks.
Cowboy
might help Alpha break away once they get him down.
Not caring.
I mean, the thing is, I've been looking at the AP bar, so I'm just like, hold on.
Wow.
Whoa.
Cowboy.
Chunked him right before he could get it.
Team Beta not having it and trying to claw back into this lead. Team Beta's at 717. Alpha's 868. And they got some rough.
They might actually hold on here.
Make something
Anything
happen.
can happen.
It is, again, game point for Team Alpha, but can we take things in
Ooh,
overtime?
he's on him, though. You see that?
Oh, my.
Almost got that stun gauge on 03.
So well.
But he's also eating shit here.
How important this is. Again, like it's always been with Armored Core.
Oh, no, yeah, they're going to get 03.
Just keeping that track and just keeping your shot steady.
In the meantime, while focusing that guy, Alpha just breached 1K.
And check it out, Boro trying to get out of dodge, sensing that pressure, that heat, not wanting to go down, but he is just chased down on the street corner.
He's exactly what his name is.
Heinous,
Cowboy.
Heinous crimes happening on the block here.
No.
Family, it's 2023. There's no police in this.
Like, Cowboy might go down again.
He's just going all out right now. He's like red bars everywhere.
But
on the clock. Just not
he can afford to right now.
close this out, folks.
Right.
Fighting Cowboy and gang just
10
going
seconds.
If they can finish off 03, they can just further seal the deal
in.
here.
That's fair play, but we're about at time.
Is it
4 seconds. And finally,
He's got to feel the heat right now.
one, and that's game with Team Alpha.
This PvP is...
Team Alpha. Look.
All it took was putting some tanks in that mix-up.
Relishing the victory.
And they turned it around.
Boros, obviously, hey, saying GG, but man, feeling this.
I'm sure he wants to get revenge.
Oh,
already.
you know it.
He's like, oh, this ain't the end.
They need to do a revenge match
like,
when the game comes out.
I'm gonna call you up later. You know, we're gonna do this. I feel like it's not gonna end, but man, that was amazing.
Fantastic showcase from everybody.
This
everybody on the
PvP
block
is incredible.
Oh my goodness.
I can feel the toxicity already when you get beat up in a live match like that.
All right, we're just getting this in now. Just a little something to come in. Something
Social media is already gonna roast him.
I want to thank you guys for going crazy out there for hyping things up.
whatever clan that he ends up making.
Totally unplanned, but totally
Totally
hyped, but
unplanned.
totally live, but totally real. Special exhibition by request from you guys out there. A 1v1 on the way. You've seen plenty of team play the 3v3.
Did I call it?
You're wondering what's going to happen when we go to that 1v1.
Is it these two?
Heart of Armored Core for
or is it going to be Otoboto and fucking Cowboy?
Beforehand, one-on-one is something that has just been the lifeblood of PvP and tournament events. You know, in some of the old tournaments we used to host, the
Salty 1v1 run back toxicity in the game community. Surely not. Not at all.
Design you came with.
Not one teeny tiny bit.
Yes.
Not at all.
Just in that dual setting.
And we got to do this for the
Could
fans.
never.
We got to do it. We got to do it for the fans.
Okay, so who's actually going to fight?
This PvP Expo, giving us a chance to be here a little longer and hype things up. Thank you so much.
I'm all for it. I'm like, right when we heard that in our ear, I was like, let's go.
Bring it on.
That is what I want to see.
What a cool announcement.
Oh, man.
So we do get a chance. Hope to carry the blood feud a little more. We'll
oh, so it is then. Okay.
And while they're getting ready, I mean,
I'm assuming team captains
all
are
the
going to be
excitement
fighting.
that's revolved around, Armored Core.
So much.
I think if they, if you guys ever bring back those community events, you got to let everyone know. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's going to be community events. There's probably going to be locals and stuff set up. I wouldn't be surprised if they have an off tournament.
Like that. I've seen that a few spots on
at some other events and stuff.
Some other friends out there are already trying to help arrange a few things. So it's real hype. We'll see where it goes.
I'm going to laugh really hard.
We're very
if
much
a certain
letting things happen organically. The community
Gun Evo Discord turned GBO2 Discord suddenly becomes an AC Discord or has an AC offshoot.
Everything being, I think, centralized.
Right.
I would not be surprised.
Online, a lot of the old scenes and.
You want to talk about striking while the iron's hot?
Garage, Raven Republic.
It doesn't get much hotter than this.
Come back to support the game in AC6 and have it. So
it's amazing. The community always comes back, and that's
Captains Otoboto versus Fighting Cowboy.
Match Fighting Cowboy.
Oh, let's go.
1v1.
1v1. Let's go.
1v1 me bro.
A match of team captains. A story for the ages. Starting here live for you guys.
Guys.
Make some noise. Let's go.
Spam the emotes right now because this.
I'm bringing out his reverse joint.
Who do you
from earlier here?
We don't know.
This
is going to be.
It's a little bit different. Cowboy does like to yeet his health by getting those dives in, but now he only has one guy to worry about.
Obviously, in Foresight, you've seen his exhibition here, not afraid to get in and really start dealing that damage. Oro already in the back for a bit, but still controlling the range.
And I feel like being very aggressive shows.
A lot of his weapons don't have the range to not ricochet from a certain point, though.
Like how
so he has to mash himself into that damage, and he does not have a good build for this. He's already about to go down.
Might not be as relevant in this case, but you are rewarded for really getting in and doing damage. Phase 1 going to Fighting Cowboy cleanly.
Yeah, no, salty runbacks all day here.
Able to maneuver that.
Also, is that one life per?
With your gauges.
It does. And
yeah, so they're rounds. It's rounds.
You're actually able to control your directionality a little bit without quick boosting at the same time.
Perfect.
So you can kind of do some micro.
So no respawning, just reset.
I love that kind of game
per round. Okay.
Especially.
And it's just smart,
yeah, he's way too light.
As well.
Or at the very least, not maneuverable enough, right? Like, if you're gonna be light, you gotta at least be able to defeat some of that tracking, get in there to commit for some damage. But he's just not. He's not closing the distance. He's trying to midline him, and it's not a good idea.
You know what? With this 1v1, it seems like they're both equally as aggressive. Oh, they're face to face.
He's gonna run those treads into him. Cowboy doesn't care. Oh, he's starting trying to get in that melee. He's finally trying to commit.
It's like watching.
But it's too little, too late.
Wow, and there it is again. Fighting Cowboy with the 2 kills.
A solid shutout.
Just mean that he is up 2-0. He is loving this. He is loving this. Cowboy taking the chance to cement his legacy he's making here. And that's all. That's all. Chat. Wow.
Damn.
Thank you guys.
You guys wanted to see that.
You guys wanted. We saw it right here.
I feel really bad for Otoboto.
Amazing.
That's fucked up.
Unreal. Thank you guys for hyping that up for us.
The extra run back just to get shut down.
Oh, right. I'm fine. If I can help you out, let me know.
Okay, because that was intense.
Help out in what way, buddy?
I was focusing, and it was really really good. But
somebody get them up.
I can't wait to talk to the captains because I want to see what they got to say, especially Oro.
We're gonna have a story here.
They better not fight.
Because he's really good at, like, he's a poker face.
He is.
He
is. He plays his cards close to his chest, but you can see the emotion slip through sometimes.
I can't wait to see what he says.
He's not impenetrable.
He's got that pro Jared face going on sometimes.
But he is.
He is very expressive.
He's intense. He's intense about this stuff. So I'm going to be dying to read the comments, to hear what all of you guys are saying online about this. You're not going to see the end.
Because you're talking about dual Gatlings, right? The second they start to fire, you really do have to commit to breaking out that pace.
Going to beat them?
Build out that stagger, or at least get some melee to
making your plans. Already making your plans.
I'm already like thinking about like who
to make up the difference in damage.
I know I'm calling you up.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for one thing. I love to have a chance to play. But I think something to work on and really consider here, your movement, right? Working in your AC, getting something you're comfortable with, getting a good weapon loadout, and just getting to a place of comfort where you really enjoy playing. Get those couple of designs set first.
I still want to know what that is around his
trying
neck.
to zone in on because for me, I think that the
somebody
way
joked that it was like
is very much
bomb.
how I play in games.
Just in
very
case.
Aggressive. So
He says some shit about the game, but
very
obviously
careful
not.
about my meter.
And I think you're going to find yourself rewarded for that here in AC6. Again, you saw with
I want that T-shirt though.
Movement. I mean, you're
Barnes
encouraged
Rubicon.
to get
I
into
like
that kind of image.
Right.
Very pretty.
Good deal.
Thank you.
Oh man, thank you. It's been killer today. I love it.
This is too fun.
Yeah, it is.
Can we just stay here and play?
I know. Can we? I mean, can we have like an extended session? Do like another Saturday thing?
That would be cool if they had like streaming stations here and they could actually like
that was all because of you. We didn't even
do PvP here on their own.
Guys out there in chat.
I love this.
Stuff.
But it's all about studio time and how long they have stuff for.
Sweep of the days.
I wonder if this is the same.
Everyone's getting ready right now.
Probably not.
Good deal.
Let's join our.
But it does make me wonder if this is a similar arena to what they did for the
over. Here we are.
GBO2 showcases.
Cowboy, you've been creating content from FromSoft titles for quite some time now.
Yeah.
What players of the game? What do you think the players of the game look forward to in Armored Core 6?
So I think one of the big things coming from other FromSoft titles is there'll be, the same kind of natural exploration where you're enticed to explore.
Who the hell is this?
Having like waypoints and whatnot. The idea of overcoming bosses through changing up your approach and learning their patterns and whatnot. That deep design that we see in pretty much all their titles is very alive and well here. So even though
I'm gonna assume that that's a bot.
Recent stuff, it still has that same energy, that same just feel to it when you play it.
Good answer.
Awesome. Very good stuff. My next question is one at a time here. This goes out to Ouroboros there, man. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Created last month.
Build types, dude. You got to run a lot during this event. You know what? I got to know, which one ended up being your favorite? What did you like using most today? What was your best frame?
Oh, man. So, obviously, the tanks are the best one. But the Mike Blader has actually ended up being my favorite, even though it's super hard to play. I want to actually go back and try to master that play style because, like, switching out the blades to bypass the cooldown is just super awesome. It's super fun.
Good. And I think the book still has to be written on that as far as tactics, movement.
Right.
Again, really smoothing that whole sub game out. And that's part of the fun of Armored Core. Sure, customization's one step, but actually putting that in action, piling and using it, that's the stuff that takes a lifetime to master. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I gotta say, Cowboy, that was really good, man. GG's, dude. That was sick.
Good deal. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, that's amazing. But next question is to Cleric. What are you most excited for players to experience going into this game for the first time?
Honestly, it's the variety. Variety of enemies, variety of bosses, variety of parts. There's something here for pretty much anyone, for any play style. So many options to play in this game. There's something here literally for everybody. And honestly, I'm looking forward to everyone dying a lot because I'm assuming that'll happen quite a bit, but that's okay. You can learn to build and adapt or really stick to your guns and try to figure out a way to make your build work. That's the greatest thing about Armored Core. You can basically make the game whatever you want it to be.
There you go.
I think that's what's drawing me in and a lot of people in because, customization is so critical and part of the foundation of this game. So that's great.
Yeah, you really got an open canvas out there. The Cowboy just cracking up. I love it.
What's going on over there?
That's big.
The cheese.
Yeah, what's so funny, Cowboy?
The cheese over there.
Oh man, we're just saying that we know this is just the beginning of the blood feud.
You know they're gonna run it back
Killer
once the game actually drops proper.
I got another question coming over here. This one from Cheng, I want to kick this to you.
Sure.
This is really for the veteran Armored Core legacy players. I don't mean just us and people who worked on ACL. I mean just legacy players, veteran players who are coming from previous AC games. You know, whether you're just coming out of the PS2 era even, or maybe you're from AC4, etc. Look, I know so many people are happy to see the series come back after a 10-year plus drought of content, you know, trying to keep that flame burning. It's just been a press to do that. With that in mind, with all that time that's gone by, what do you think people are going to find that's really surprising or new about AC6 to dive into?
You know, Armored Core 6 has been a lot of different things over the years, so I think what people are going to find most surprising
Their support guys don't actually have mics on.
Sculpted this game. They're going to find a lot of familiar feelings, but also new things as well.
I think that's something else
that
on
will
his ear.
challenge them and make them think even more outside the box, even from, you know, the previous games. I think it's something that, you know, even being a longtime Armored Core fan, there are things there that I'm surprised to see and found absolutely fascinating.
Couldn't have said it better.
Awesome.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you so much for your time and also your amazing PvP plays. Those were really intense. So thank you so much for being with us.
Guys, we had a blast in the extended sessions. Again, I got to give a mad shout out to chat for encouraging us to do that 1v1, that extra time, man, guys.
That was good.
Absolutely
That was
hype stuff,
incredible.
killer stuff. We got plenty of time to head back to the garage, recustomize, let's set this blood feud into more cycling, guys. Keep the madness going. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was great.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. I hope you guys enjoyed the PvP, because I sure did.
Oh, yes, we did.
Every second of it.
Yeah.
And the salts.
Tango boom.
Yeah, Tango
Go
boom.
boom.
Oh, man. That was
Awesome.
great. Well,
All right.
I want to thank all of our guests and players today. And thank you to everyone at home for joining us. Thank you, Zealous, for everything that you've been able to tell us or just give us information on, all of your rich history. And, you know, do you have any last words?
Yeah, hey, look, it's been a pleasure. Armored Core, especially the Armored Core community, has never been about any one person, whether that's those of us who've helped with past events, the LAN events, or those of us who...
You know, the way the music is actually rising up here, I hope they don't cut them off.
Where you take this from here. Those of you who are coming into AC for the first time, can't wait to see you out there. I know I can't wait to see you out there in the PvP field for one thing. I want everybody to love this, to dig into it, fans new and old. It's just a fantastic time to be an AC fan. It's a moment that we have wanted for so long that we didn't know was going to be coming in the way it has, but it's here. I encourage you guys to enjoy it. August 25th is not that far away.
Nope.
Get in there, love it. I love you all. You guys rock. Again, big shout outs to everybody out there still making things happen community-wise. Those of you who have kept fires burning again the whole time. Raven Republic, you know, Armored Core Universe, the old Armored Core Online forums. Those of you who are still out there at that group.
Doing a community shout out. It's nice.
So many more that it's just hard for me to speak to right now. This is just an incredible moment. You guys have helped make all this possible. Stick with it, hang with it. We'll catch you out there. Rock on.
I felt that passion. Thank you, Zealous. We hope you enjoyed this showcase of missions and the first look at our live PvP of Armored Core 6, and we look forward to seeing you at launch.
See you again.
And that is all she wrote, I guess.
I can't believe we're done.
You can just hear them in the background. But yeah, next week, Friday, is when we'll be seeing some more of this drop. Definitely cool to see that much PvP all at once as well. Like they said, there is then doing some PvE stuff, doing some missions. We are actually going to go switch over to GBO2 so that we can get our dailies done and get that all knocked out. Because that was like, what? Almost 3 hours? I don't know why, but my screen is like partially cut off. That's kind of strange. I wonder why that is. Oh well. Oh shit, actually, before I do that, let's close this out real quick. Hit our music. I actually have to turn off this because if I don't, And if I try to get into something, then it's gonna fuck up. And I'm gonna start controlling shit that I'm not supposed to be. I'm gonna somehow accidentally buy fucking like Witcher 3 or some shit again. Cause that actually happened before. Alright, turn it off. Alrighty. So we'll change channels in a minute, and we'll also get you guys over on the YouTube end switched over. So until next time, this will be goodbye to YouTube people. I'll talk to you all over in Gundam.